everything you said got caught.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why they mic you?
I talk crazy.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's
no
the
one
point.
want to hear you talk.
And that's exactly why you never got mic'd.
I don't need it to be mic'd.
Yeah.
My life is mic'd. You ever see like The Office?
No.
It's literally my life, like every day.
Nah. You tripping.
Like every day, I'm literally a part of The Office. As like,
I'm like Michael
like anytime
Scott.
I speak to you, like it's just like
You're Stanley. If anything, you're Stanley. Yeah.
I'm for sure like a Dwight or a Jim. I like that just calls Hector.
I don't believe
This is juice. This is water. This is electrolyte though. And it's got.
Chatting, bro. I know you mic'd up, but dang.
Yeah, I'm different. Hey, let's go, Smith! You know that? Let's go! Let's get off the field!
Different. He said, yeah. Come on. Let's get the chat. Chat. What are we rating these? Chat. What do we rate these? Chat. What do we rate these? Let us know in the comments. Chat.
Where's the mic? Right here.
Hi, Mom. How are you? Oh, yeah, I like that.
Hi, Mom.
I belong.
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 Saying I belong carries significance.
It goes beyond individual or team performance.
It touches on the broader social context of the representation within sport.
Saying I belong conveys a powerful message.
A message of empowerment, resilience, and the breaking of barriers.
Signifies determination to overcome obstacles
and succeed in an environment that may not always be inclusive
or representative of diverse backgrounds.
Saying I belong asserts the right to be recognized, respected, and valued.
It hides a desire to challenge stereotypes and to promote diversity.
It inspires others from similar backgrounds
to pursue their dreams in sport while feeling supported.
Saying I belong can also serve as a reminder to the sports community.
A reminder of the importance of inclusivity, equal opportunity.
And create an environment that celebrates and embraces diversity.
It can pave the way for greater representation
and contribute to positive change in the industry.
Saying I belong is a powerful affirmation
that everyone has a rightful place in the sport.
The wait is over. The new season is upon us, and with it comes new hope, new excitement, and new energy. All the hard work that you put into the off-season, the hundreds of miles you ran, the thousands of pounds of weights that you pushed were not a sacrifice, but a choice. So when that whistle blows to start the game, and with this city rallying behind you with their blue collar and gold swagger, everyone will know what it means to travel to the end of the road. So I've got one thing to ask all of you. Are you ready to win?
Oh yeah, we're so back.
And I'm right back, ASAP, right up on my gut, and that's a light tap. Walk inside the booth, I just talk, I don't write raps. Walk into the store, bought the flow, cause I'm like that. Tell her, give me that, give me those, price tag. Yeah, I hung around way uptown where it ain't nice at. Why you flexing like you me ain't even like that? Mistake my newest pinky ring for an ice pack. Shorty keep on then requesting me about some Snapchat. Why you flexing like you me ain't even like that? Catch me on the block, not the web, this ain't Minecraft. Before we drop peso on you ain't like rap. Just want a feature from me, this ain't nothing like that.
where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated. Ontario University Athletics.
Hey student athletes, this is your shot at an exclusive opportunity. The BioSteel Student Athlete Ambassador Program is now open to just 20 OUA athletes who are ready to represent clean, healthy hydration. As part of the team, you'll receive a $500 stipend, monthly product support, 20% commission on referrals, a BioSteel welcome kit, and access to $5,000 in grand prizes. Time is running out. Apply now at biosteel.ca/OUA and help us shape the future of university sports in Canada.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated. Ontario University Athletics.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had fought no lightning day, do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
Welcome back to Windsor, everyone inside of the Total Lancer Center. As you get a quick introduction there, the inside atmosphere heard my voice momentarily, but you're not going to want to just hear me tonight, as it is going to be a great show. I've got Stephen Carey alongside me. He'll be doing the color commentary. I'm doing the play-by-play. Coach Stephen Carey, we coach together, and I know you've got some expert insights to give here. What are we looking at here heading into the Forsyth Cup Finals?
Well, we got a great match tonight between two juggernauts, Pops. The top two teams ranked from the regular season have met in the final, and hopefully it'll be a blistering match. I hope it is the most exciting match of the year. I think we are in for a good one.
Sold out crowd.
That's right.
You might not be able to see everybody who's on the track level, but we'll try to get some camera angles pointing at them at some point. Standing room only here, Carey, and I know you are a blue and gold alumnus. Have you ever seen anything like this in this building?
I haven't seen anything close to this in this building. I might have missed a few basketball playoff games, but yeah, this is new for volleyball, that's for sure.
You and I both, my friend, as we're underway here in Windsor. The first serve coming from Zimmerman over the net, makes it Lahis. Going to go C-ball for Bridges. Great dig there by the setter. Out of system set on the outside. Pin, that scores. Number 7, Zig Lissus.
Well, Pops, we saw just on that play, Queens came out more aggressive than Windsor on the attack, so we'll have to see if Windsor can start being aggressive early, because they don't want to let Queens get a lead and start serving freely too early here.
Absolutely, and you got Zig Lissus. I apologize for the name pronunciation
that
error.
was correct there, Pops.
Okay,
Lissus.
perfect, perfect. Going off the pronunciation guide as it's pushed outside. Reed going to go down the line, picks on Zimmerman.
Nice soft touch there by Caden Reed, and the Lancers will side out for the first time.
It's got Coach DeGroot on one knee already as he's back on his feet. All tied up at one apiece. I know, right? We're just getting started here. It could be a long one. And we're going to see Marcus Lahis at the line with his float serve. MVP Lahis makes the serve. And back behind, that's tipped into the block and out of bounds. Point Gales.
Yeah, Pops, that's one where you just got to be a little bit more careful there and take stock of the tip, either tap it back over or recycle it on your own side. Tough play.
Yep, it is volleyball, however, and those are going to come up, I'm sure, quite a bit tonight, as now we get the sizzling server on the Gales side. 6 service aces in the win over Western last weekend. Make it a commentator's curse, Coach Carey.
Just out the back there. That's a good aggressive serve for him to start out. Good to see.
Yep, you know, Queens did not make the trip down to Windsor, as mentioned. Windsor had to go to the Arc twice up in Kingston, so again, maybe just shaking off those cobwebs early on with a serve towards America. We're right on the border of Detroit, Michigan, of course, here in Canada, southernmost city. Caden Reed off the tape, played up here by the Gales, and they're going to go for Reed Venning on the right side, played up by the Lancers. Oh, what a great job by Law. He's keeping it on side, but number 18, that's Dax Tompkins swallowing it up, a veteran middle.
That's right, Dax Tompkins, sorry, the 6th year, with obviously the COVID year included. That's a good play. The Lancers couldn't quite reel that one in, and they paid for it.
Yep, and you know, you mentioned the COVID year, right? I'm sure a lot of these guys now to be in this finals, right? Traditionally, you only get 5 years playing of eligibility. Now you get a 6th year, and a few of our friends definitely taking advantage of that. What a pancake, meantime. Mid-rally, free ball sent over. Bridges, over to Lahis, back for Bridges, into the block, use the head, why not? And we're still going, as this one's still, 30. Wow, what a play.
That was a great play there to end it. Chase took that ball off the block and back into the head area. So we'll see if he shakes that one off. Tough play, but they did get that one over. That was a really exciting one.
Well, you know, Stephen, he's awake now, that's for sure, right? But good on him to keep his head in the game, literally and figuratively on that one.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Just, you know, what a rally by both sides. We expect this, I'm sure. We're just getting started. Here's the spin. Out of bounds, nice and long.
There must be a breeze in here because those are sailing just a few inches out there, Pops.
There's definitely that 7th man impact, it feels like, with the extra sound wave coming so far early on, as it looks like Coach DeGroot is having an on-the-fly discussion with the R2 Trevor Lull. And, of course, there's 4 lines people on the lines because we need to see this at all angles here. It's kind of a big deal in the Forsyth Cup Finals. And here is Anthony Ivanovsky serving with the spin. It's in!
textbook right there, Pops. That's textbook. If he could keep doing that, it's going to be a long night for the Queens passers.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned already, serving tough, it matters, especially at this level. You want to get them just to run that out-of-system ball. Nice deep serve there into the 5-6 seam. Looking for another look at it here. I'm sure he's going to go again that way. Here's the spin again. Yep, and right on the spot. Here's Zimmerman going to go outside. There's a huge hit by, who's that, Mitrovic with the kill.
Yeah, the Lancers bit on the 50 there from the middle. Don't see that very often from this team, but I guess that set was in a good path to convince Bridges especially that ball was going to the middle on that one.
Bit of a rare faux pas, as you said, because yes, the Lancers middles are definitely, yourself being a former Lancers middle, they're very disciplined normally. They don't get beat by these one-on-one scenarios, but that time, yeah, a little bit early, right? Ooh, overpass sent over. Queens getting a free ball opportunity. Here's Zimmerman going to go for a bit of an awkward pipe run. Maybe a 61 pipe run. Didn't quite work. Couple of tips here. Why not score on one? Gustavo Siqueira.
That's a great play. You know, Pops, he was at one of our practices recently teaching our grade 9s that exact type of play. That's very impressive right there to sneak that one in the middle, and the middle turning around and playing that one too far out of bounds for anyone else to get to it.
Absolutely. Sometimes you got to go up with that nice power tip or a nice wipe off the block, and that time there he goes for the former, not the latter. As here comes Chase Bridges from the line. Out of bounds. Oh, in there. I'm so sorry. No disrespect to the high-flying Hawaiian as he gets that in the shaded court.
That's a really good sign for him, Pops. You know, he has struggled over the course of the season, but recently he has gotten the serve under control. So a good start could mean a lot for him.
He's definitely been dialed in here, right? I mean, one thing about Chase, had a little bit of a disappointing end to his season last year. He did tell me that. And nice to see him bounce back here with so much confidence as he gets a nice confident serve over the net and a C ball for Venning to respond on that one.
Yeah, that's one where you would hope you could get the second block up, but also you would hope that you could maybe get a dig on that. That was a perfect shot by Venning right into the seam of both the block and the defenders.
And Reed Venning definitely going to be one of the go-to guys for Zimmerman this evening. Of course, Lissus as well, as that's a free point for the Lancers right into the net.
Yeah, that's right, Pops. Venning, the second team All-Star this season, he had 2.89 kills per set at a clip of 281 hitting percentage. So very impressive numbers, and he'll be getting a lot of volume tonight.
No doubt about it. As here's a third-team OUA All-Star named on Tuesday, Gustavo Siqueira. Wow, what a touch there, but it's out. Great serve by the Goose.
Yeah, Pops, the setter Zimmerman there, he tried to get to that one, but it just clipped the far side of the ref stand, I believe, actually. So.
Oh, he got a little bit clipped there. Right underneath. There, he got a little bit of toe on it. I'll share a funny story about when I played at the Arc a little later in a ref stand. My first appearance there with Trent against Queens back in those days. We'll save it for later as that's a beautiful block into the shield. Point Lancers.
Really impressive follow there by Darian Koski, the second team All-Star. And he took away the cutback pretty well there. Let's see if the Queens Gales are able to establish their middle here, or if that will be a sign of things to come.
Yes, that is a very apt point, as we have not seen any middles run yet. There's been a couple of good looks, maybe the 130 run perhaps early on, but there's a great block by the MVP, Marcus Lahis.
They're getting shut down on the outside and in the middle right now. I believe that might have been Koski with the touch there, but there's no daylight for a swing to the floor on that play, Pops.
Yes, we'll give Darian Koski some credit. He's been definitely one of the more disciplined blockers on the team. It causes an early timeout as we break into double-digit territory. Lancers up by 4. All right, I'm going to turn it to Coach Carey here for a little bit of an analysis, perhaps. What is Coach DeGroot saying in his huddle right now?
Well, they're down 4 points. It's not the end of the set by any means, but they will need to storm back soon if they want to have a chance in this first set. Again, like I said, the middle is very important. The more good looks that they get out to Litsis and Venning, the better they will do. The middles can do some damage themselves, though, Pops. Berderovich hit 463 on the year, and Dax Tompkins also hitting 332 with a very impressive .88 blocks per set this season. So the middles can do damage. The Lancer middles are very impressive, though. We've got 2 of the top 5 in blocks per set in the province, with actually the attacking percentage leader, Anthony Ivanovsky, and second team All-Star, Darian Koski. So that battle will be interesting because maybe not a lot of the volume will get to the middle, but it will determine the quality of the set and the quality of the block that both teams see on the outside.
Absolutely, and the Windsor Lancers certainly have not been tested too much up the middle, it feels like, this season. Definitely in the postseason, they've certainly outmatched Waterloo and York respectfully. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get those middles engaged here as we resume play. Queens using their first timeout. They got one remaining. Coach Gravel's got two in the back pocket as they're going to go outside. Great touch off the block. Chase Bridges sticks with it. Lahis outside for Caden Reed. Catches Jeffries up high, and a great save by Lissus. Jeffries has to bail him out. Greenwich, Lahis, there's the middle for the Lancers. 5-hole kill.
That's an impressive run on the 60 there by Darian Koski. Surprised the blockers a little bit, and he cuts it back to one for the kill.
You know, I guess it wasn't 5-hole, so I'll be fair for Venning, but he got a good hand on it. Nonetheless, from our view up here, it would have been sweet. So here's Gustavo Siqueira. I see a couple Brazilian flags in the building, and that one does go a little long.
I'd like to see the replay there, Pops, but called out on the end line.
We have that luxury up here, I can tell you. The officials do not, but we do.
Yes, yeah, we can't be too hard on them, but that one might have caught the line. A little bit of ball compression there.
As now we'll see number 19 back to serve. This is Baderovic, one of those guys that you were mentioning earlier. Certainly an effective middle for them. Alex Baderovic out of Hamilton. Gives it to another Hamilton native in Greenwich. It's over sent. To the other side, here's Lissus. Nice dig there by Gustavo Siqueira. And nice see ball against the grain there for a one-on-one, but Bridges misfires.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate whiff there by Chase. Looked like he was going for a good shot. He just didn't get a good contact on the ball. Interesting to see that play when the first ball went to the setter there, and they did not seem to have any system set up for that kind of a play. So the Gales were probably lucky to get away with that one after sending a borderline free ball over.
They'll take the freebie, but maybe it's a buy one, get one free as that one goes long, and the Gales continue to struggle on that side of the court from the service line here, Kerry.
That's right. It would be interesting to have a little bit of a better view from up here to see if those balls are floating up at all. It seems to be breezy in here tonight, so I'm not being sarcastic either. It does seem breezy.
It's a little bit cooler up in the booth this evening. As I said, you know, we had to turn the air on. This is a lot of people in the building, the most we've seen. But some hot play so far as Bridges gets a good one. Venning with a great dig. Meantime, Lissus into a triple block, tools it, and that fires up the Gales bench.
Yeah, that's just a great shot right into the top of the hands. If you're able to find the top of the hands like that, Pops, only good things can happen. Unless it goes straight up and you're basically aiming a free ball, but that's about a 1 in 10 chance or maybe even lower.
I'll take your word for it, Kerry. I mean, you're 6'7", right? And me being at 5'9", very humble that I didn't get to have that privilege when I played in the OUA, so I'll take your word for it.
We value all perspectives here, Pops.
Love it, love it. As this one here is a good perspective. Overhead, great block by Reed Venning, getting all of that in the hands.
Yeah, that was Caden Reed on the other side. Switched the first name and last name.
There's a lot of Reeds in the OUA I've learned this year, whether it's a first name or last name. As Caden Reed goes for a swing there. Jeffries over to Zimmerman. Oh, what a good push there to keep it legal, and it does clip off the hands, and Queens will get the point. Lissus on the kill.
All right, we're at 2 of 10 on the good results for the high hand shots. We'll see what happens next.
And it looks like a quick conversation here. It looks like they're just letting that Queens bench know you can't be too close to the court, guys, as Jason Dodd is the R1 official up on the stand tonight. And you had to think there's going to be a lot of professional refereeing and decorum. We have more refs in the building than normal, but again, telling them to calm down in the finals, really, you want that energy from your bench, I would say, right?
Yeah, Pops, I don't know. I didn't see the exact action from the bench, but definitely if you're stepping on the court, it's worthy of a warning.
Absolutely, that's fair to say, as Anthony Ivanovsky gets that one to go, and the Lancers are right back up by 2.
Like I said, Pops, Anthony Ivanovsky, the hitting percentage leader on the year for players who had more than 3 attempts per set, I believe, is the baseline for that. So it's good to see him getting started. And if the Lancers can give him a lot of volume tonight, that's a lot of volume above 300 hitting percentage.
Absolutely. As Lahis making that serve there. There's Venning on the offside. Good job by Caden Reed to just take it off the chest and move on. Good work. As play goes on, Zimmerman going to find his middle there. And, oh, a touch. Great save by Greenwich to keep it alive. And Reed sends the free ball over. Jeffries plays it up for Zimmerman. There's another middle run. And, hey, as Coach Carey said, maybe they heard him down on the floor. You got to get that middle established, and the Gales take one to go.
That's right, Pops. They're running the 30 there. They've run about half and half, I would say, so far between the 50 set, the quick set, and the 30. If they can pull the Lancers middle over towards that 30, they will have a nice open lane on the right side. So we'll see if they keep running that and how effective it is.
As the outside hitter Lissitz with a good serve there, native of Louisville, Colorado, USA. As this one here, Greenwich, oh, nice set there. And we'll see Jeffries out of system ball, gonna go for Mitrovic, down the line, scores, but the Lancers are on the net, so he won't get a kill.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't think he gets the kill to count, all right? I mean, the net violation is the official call there. So I don't think that counts towards stats, but you know what? I could be wrong. That is worth the conversation of asking.
I can see it going both ways, but
yeah, I mean, it should.
Probably give him the kill.
We'll give him a kill there. That was a very nice line snipe as, oh, that's sniped long and out. Almost hitting the cheerleading section. Point Lancers. As Queens continues to struggle from that side of the court at the line. A little bit too much deep serving, huh, Carey?
That's right, he went for a lot there. It's hard not to think that they need to go for a lot against this Lancers team, but 2 in a row is a little bit, is it only 2 in a row? It must be.
I think so, yes.
We've had a lot of steals so far.
Absolutely, as Caden Reed gets one here, Jeffries plays it up for Zimmerman, and this time around, Reed Venning finds the right spot as the gentleman, Marcus Lawhees, does not want to take out the R2, Trevor Law. Good call, maybe.
Yeah, I think Chase had a beat on that one, but again, not a good time to get injured in the first set, right? And you're giving a free ball back over even if you get that up, so probably a good decision there. Unfortunate that the ball went in that
Especially
direction.
at 14 all, right? 14 all, you want to be healthy for a long game, and a missed serve once again. And I don't know, Carey, maybe it's a little cold on that court, on that side.
It might be a little cold, and it might be a little loud. I mean, it's hard to tell from up here in the booth, but I definitely have not heard this building like this.
As Anthony Ivanovsky, you know, one of the more consistent spinners here for the Windsor Lancers, obviously made that transition to spin from float last season. Makes that one to go into 5. Seems to be the serving target so far tonight, but Reed Venning gonna go deep on that one. Point Gales as they're able to side out quickly.
Yeah, Pops, another right side run. Venning is a dangerous player. You know, he can have a huge game. Same with Litsis. And those guys are very even keel, you know. They don't dip too much. They stay at their production level of around 300 attacking.
Ooh. And once again, too aggressive on the serve, maybe.
That's right. And yeah, it's going to be a tall task if the Lancers are unable to slow down the outsides for Queens.
Yes, very astute observation as they have been really trying to utilize that right side. Perhaps Venning here on the C ball. He'll go toe-to-toe with Bridges, who will be on the C side here after that serve was made. Meantime, there's the middle again. Ooh, bit of a clip there. Good job by Caden Reed to stick with it. Greenwich fixes it over to Gustavo Siqueira. There's the middle aggressiveness by Koski, but a little bit more on the block by number 11, Chris Zimmerman, the setter.
Yeah, Chris Zimmerman coming across there as the setter, who is kind of the only guy who thinks he needs to be at the net in that situation when there's an overpass on the first ball. So it's a tough play as a middle sometimes. You know the setter's coming, but you don't know exactly what he wants to do, and you don't have too many options. So that's a great play by Zimmerman to shut that free hit down.
Absolutely, as he'll take that one, I'm sure, for the highlight reel at the end of the year. Is, oh, Bridges into the net that time, and the Gales grab their first lead of the contest, I believe.
That's right. Chase putting that one a little bit low into the tape. We'll see if the Lancers bounce back here. I don't think we're going to see a timeout just yet, but if they fail to get the side out, we will probably get a timeout from Coach Gravel here.
As we're going to see Nikola Mitrovic serving again. Into the net that time. Yeah, let it ride, right? That's what a wise coach that I work with says sometimes.
That's right. You know, you've got a young player back at the line. You don't want to give them a break and reset right away. So that was probably a good decision on that no call on the timeout by Coach Gravel there.
I'm sure Mitrovic will appreciate you calling him young, as he's a third year, probably getting up there a little bit in OUA years.
Yes,
nonetheless.
Pops, no doubt. But he, you know, he wasn't a starter all year this year. He's had a great second half, and he's a aggressive attacker, as we've seen so far. So, yeah, we'll see if he can get himself into the mix and make his mark on this game along with the other two impressive outsides from Queens.
Yeah, last weekend against Western in the 5-set thriller, we saw Litsis with 23 kills, Venning with 13 kills, and Mitrovic 11 kills. Respectable outing for him. As Lahis, good fix there. Well, free ball sent over, as we'll see here, all you can do. And oh, what a dump by Zimmerman. Good look for him.
Yeah, that was an interesting technique on that dump, but he made Chase Bridges wonder if that one was going out, and he left it to fall just inside the line there, Pops. So Zimmerman not known for his dumps, but good to get one down like that.
Maybe taking a bit of a lesson from the Marcus Lahis school of dumps, because we know Marcus loves those aggressive attack dumps. We haven't seen any yet. We'll see what he can use tonight, but why not use your middle first? Darian Koski.
There's the first real bounce we've seen out of the Windsor middles, Pops, and that is impressive right there.
And here comes a familiar face, Joshua Tamukas. He's one of our coaches that we coach with Sky Volley 15U. He's the known serve and defend specialist for the Blue and Gold this season. So let's see what Timmy can do here. Georgetown Impact alumnus, hoping to make his impact from the line. A few Georgetown natives in the house tonight. As we'll see the spin here. Makes the good serve. Tamukas gives him some trouble. Jeffries over to Litsis. Triple block. It's all Anthony Ivanovsky, a Windsor wall.
That's an impressive block there by the Lancers, Pops, but it's set up by Tamukas on the serve, like you said. He tosses it up with the spin, and most of the time, he will hit it with a little bit of backspin and cause it to float, which is tough because the passers need to be deep to receive that spin. And when you're deep to receive a float, it can be difficult taking that on your forearms.
Certainly so, especially with the Mikasa volleyball, as we know, right? That's, designed to have that float trajectory. Is this one? Oh, pokey dig there by Litsis. Good, quick move. Does a second one. I guess there was enough hand on it. There goes the swing. Great shoulder. And a free ball sent over. Great dig there by Tamukas. That's part 2 of the serve and defend rule. Tipped over. Little scrappy. Unfortunately, Lahis blows a tire, but good rally for both sides there, right?
Yeah, that was an impressive set of blocks there by Ivanovsky. Strange to see Queens put that one over on the free ball after a couple attempts out there, but they got away with it as the recycle went straight across the court, and he thought maybe Bridges would be able to back him up on that one. Marcus Lahis, that is.
Looks like Coach Gravel's going to use his first time out of the contest. He was sitting on 2 of them, and this is where I'll lean on you again, Coach Carey. You've been where these guys are in these positions. What is Coach Gravel typically known to say in these kind of situations in the huddles? We never get the privilege to hear a mic'd up James Gravel. What can you tell us?
That's right, we haven't. Most of the time, Pops, the focus late in a set like this will just be on refocusing, calming down, maybe touching on a few key things, blocking. Serve receive is really not talked about. Everyone knows how to serve receive at this point in their
careers. Right?
So yeah, we were talking about what we might want to run, what we might see if the other team is able to prevent us from getting a side out, and mostly our blocking scheme and our energy.
Absolutely, and you know what? You touched on it earlier, and I just want to piggyback to when you said when Windsor was up by 4 there. One thing I've always talked about, Kerry, on these broadcasts is just how much of a game of momentum it really is, right? Like, you can never get too high or too low, because literally it can evaporate quickly if the other side flips the script. And here we are seeing the Lancers a little bit on their heels, only down by 1, not a big deal. You don't win or lose by 1 in volleyball. And we'll see what they can do here.
Have a chance to side out here, Pops, and you're absolutely right. Having control of your emotions in a time like this can be difficult, but the best players always come back to it.
Especially in an atmosphere like this, as, again, sold-out crowd here in Windsor, and quite a few brave Queens fans, but that one's not for the Queens fans. That's for the Lancer fans. Marcus Lahis with a turn and burn.
That's right, Pops. You might have seen that one on social media recently, as it has been going a little viral, but that is a front dump there by Marcus Lahis, which you would hope to be able to pick up if you are a Queens fan.
He gets the volleyball and 1, as I like to call it. And I know Anthony DiGirolamo's in the house. He would have appreciated a good old turn and burn, as the Gales are able to side out quickly.
Yeah, Pops, we got the quick run and the hit to 5 there by Dax Tompkins. Super impressive shot, and the Lancers are going to have to either serve better or do something rash to slow that down.
And here's the guy you don't want at the line right now, Litsis, with a serve. Maybe I jinxed him.
Well, Pops, he missed that one, and he didn't go for too much, so Not what you want to see on that one, but the Lancers will take it.
Serving towards his homeland. He does not want to declare that at Customs, as now we'll see heading back to serve for the Lancers.
To be fair, his homeland itself is in the other direction, but the States, no doubt, are close to us to the north here.
That's true. We are in a very weird geographic position here. We are South Detroit.
Maybe next set will be nicer to him.
As that serve was made by Reed in the meantime. And that was a good up by Jeffries, but it may be a missed net call, perhaps. Somebody didn't like that the net was touched, as we see assistant coach Jimmy Gravel even getting out of his chair. We don't see that too often. Pretty chill guy normally.
All that to say, Pops, another hit high off the block, and neither Gustavo Sequeira or Quentin Greenidge could reach that one.
Here comes Wyatt Hall for his first appearance in the Forsyth Cup finals in his career. First-year setter out of Edmonton, Alberta. Serve and defense specialist, makes his serve that time. So Coach DeGroot needing some steady serving as of late, as that one a little late for the pancake, and the Lancers side out quickly. Get the kid off the line.
Well, Pops, you saw the double block go up in the middle that time, but Ivanovsky was able to do the shot that we're seeing from Queens on the outside, putting it high into the outside hand.
And here we go, Carey, buckle up. It's going to be a fight for 3, and it's not 3 sets only now on the line. 22 all with Anthony Ivanovsky serving. Nursing major out of Windsor, Ontario, hoping to nurse his team past the finish line here in the first set. As Lisitz pass that up, and Venning goes into the hands. That's probably the go-to guy here in this rotation. Meantime, Gustavo, didn't get enough hand on it. Point Gales.
Yeah, Pops, that's a strange shot selection for him. He went for a lot there on the roll, but that's not the worst sign in the world. That means he's loose and he's ready to go. So if they can get this side out back, they'll be on almost even footing again, just with the serve.
The goose is loose, as we'll see if Reed Venning here can make his serve. Definitely can't miss him. Well, hey, he can miss a serve, though. As unfortunately, again, the serving bug continues to bite the Gales.
You know, Pops, Venning, not too many aces per set on the season at just .14, but he always has a deep, aggressive serve that teams find difficulty in dealing with and getting quality passes out of. So tough for Queens to see him miss that one.
Win by 2 from here on out. Riley Parker, another trusted general off the bench for Coach Gravel, another Windsor native. Serve and defense specialist, here he comes for his first appearance at the line. Serves it to Mitrovic. Oh, a dump that was a little bit left uncontested, and Zimmerman takes advantage of it.
Yeah,
Set
Pops,
point.
Sorry.
You're
he
good.
Got up very high on that one, which was not similar to the last up he had into the same direction, but sort of deep, and that one was right over the top and down in front of Riley Parker, who was defending out of 1 there.
Yep, he did go in for Chase Bridges, so that is also a very good observation. So yeah, it was his ball, but again, he made a serve, and now they find themselves on their heels. Coach Gravel had to burn 2 timeouts here. Coach Carey, what's the discussion in the blue and gold huddle, you think, or any thoughts to provide in this situation? You've been there.
Again, the side outs are simple. It's a timeout to ice the other server and discuss your tactics going forward. If you can get the ball onto the other side, where are you going to be blocking, and how we want to proceed with our set selection here, given what the coaches and the setters see from the other blockers.
Absolutely, as you can see, even the camera there, feeling the environment. It's a raucous crowd on hand here tonight. And again, the Gales have the opportunity to go up 1-0. And if you're Queens on the other side, just quickly, what do you think Coach DeGroot would say in this situation to his troops?
They're probably looking for a big shutdown here. They only have 1 to go. They don't really need to talk about the serve-receive phase just yet, if they can get this one done. So hopefully Mitrovic will put this one in play for them, and they can do something good on the defense.
Spin to win, Nikola Mitrovic, and he won't get that ace. Meantime, good fix by Lahis, but it's going to go on. Keep fighting, Lancers. 24 all.
What an impressive touch there on the second contact by the setter, Lahis. And Darian Koski able to put that away. Nervous on that pass there from Caden Reed right on top of the tape, but they got away with that one.
Yes, great job by the MVP to keep it onside, giving it to second-team All-Star, Darian Koski. And here's third-team All-Star, Gustavo Sequeira. Great serve to the seam. Oh my, trouble on the Queens side. They clean it up. Here we go. Lancers looking to get that over to their right side on C-ball. Great dig by the lib on the Queens side. Meantime, Lissis cross-court. does catch the Lancers off guard, and a rare faux pas for Greenwich, perhaps.
Yeah, Pops, that was a difficult play to make as Caden Reed was standing right in front of him, just in the way of the ball.
Oh, it deflected, huh?
I don't think it deflected. I think he may have anticipated it was going to touch him and made the dig a little bit more difficult for him.
Well, here we go, set point. This is now the Queens Middle Baderovic into the net that time, and oh my, 25 all. This set will not end at 25, Carey.
You know, the crowd was nervous there, Pops, but it did get quite loud before that serve, so one of the more understandable misses, but you definitely want to put that one in on a possible set point.
Darian Koski at the line, hoping to make this a new stretch. Not about how you start, it's about how you finish, folks. Buckle up as outside it goes to Lissis. That goes long and rather off some hands as the R1, Jason Dodd, and Leah Lung, the lines person, I think that was her call to make. Queens gets the better end of that. What about that one, Carey?
I lost count, but I think we're at 4, 5, or 6 off the top without anything bad happening. Maybe a few of those continue blocks that Ivanovsky had earlier, but here we are.
Set point number 3. That's a good serve. Greenwich takes it, but Lahi settles it down, and Caden Reed, oh, foot. Oh, and he lost his footing as a foot dig leads to Jeffries losing his stride, and we're all knotted up at 26s.
Yeah, what an impressive reaction there by Litsis with the foot dig. Unfortunately, the libero Jeffries was unable to recover after he had already hit the ground in anticipation of making that first play.
Marcus Lahis, the MVP, going up for the float. Into the net that time. Tough serve, but again, as you said on the last Queens short ball, maybe it was, you know, a calculated miss, trying to go a little shorter maybe.
I mean, there was a time when I used to aim for the top tape, but that's not usually what you do at 26 all in a game like this, Pop, so maybe
absolutely
just a bit of a miscue there.
Fair enough, as here comes the guy who had 6 aces last weekend and gets his first tonight.
He got it done there, Pops. That one was definitely in the court, and a little bit of a half spin there, maybe a little bit floating and tough for Greenwich to read, so we are going to the second set off the ace from Litsis.
Oh my, Carey, let's buckle up here. We're going to take a break to catch our breath. Queens Gales up 1-0 in dramatic fashion here in front of a sold-out crowd in Windsor, Ontario. We'll be back after these messages here on OUA TV. Stay with us.
We're looking forward to a great evening. It's a chance to obviously celebrate all the successes from this last year. We're really here, and the work we do is on behalf of the student athletes and their coaches. So a special shout out to the student athletes and the coaches in the room today.
She helped lead her team to the Quigley Cup title. The 23-24 OUA Athlete of the Year is Brock Badger's volleyball standout, Sarah Roy. He was first team OUA All-Star, the 23-24 OUA Athlete of the Year from the Guelph Griffins, Max Davies.
Sport has changed society. Sport does reproduce the dominant values in society, but that means if we get it right, then we become part of that. And so a good message tonight is a big thank you to our OUA staff who was charged with dealing with the biggest conference in the country to make it work.
To my colleagues I've worked with in this room my whole time while at U Ottawa, thank you. It has been my pleasure to meet you, to learn from every single one of you, to get to know you, to share some good laughs together, and probably some tears too, through tough moments that we've all supported one another.
Congratulations to the 2023-24 J.P. Loosemore Award recipient, Carleton University's Jennifer Brennan.
I've been working in this industry for 36 years. It's been an incredible career. I've been so blessed and fortunate to work with so many great people, those that look out for me, those that welcomed me, and those that have supported me. Thank the OUA staff and Gord for this incredible honor.
It's a real pleasure to look back on everything that the folks in this room have accomplished here tonight over the course of the 23-24 OUA season, and it's really exciting to look forward. We've got some time off now, but we get to do it all again for the 24-25 season.
Welcome back to Windsor Volleyball fans. Andrew Papadopoulos on the call this evening, along with Windsor Lancers men's volleyball alumnus Stephen Carey, my special guest. So happy to have him up here tonight for his color commentary insights, with the Windsor Lancers currently trailing the Queens Gales 1-0. A very dramatic end to the first set, but a service ace from Zig Lietsis with a 28-26 first set win. So yes, Carey, we head into set number 2. Lancers in front of their sold-out crowd, the Party Army. A little bit taken aback by Lietsis's 7 kills in that first set, perhaps, maybe.
That's right, Pops. We saw great numbers out of Queens in that set, with Lietsis leading the way with 7 kills, but he actually had the lowest hitting percentage out of all the Queens attackers, as, sorry, that's incorrect. Berderovich also had 1 error to counteract that, but we got 667 hitting out of Tompkins. Zimmerman as well. Venning 500 on the right side. That's very impressive. And 750 for Mitrovic on the left. So a dominant performance in that sense. The Lancers didn't do too badly themselves, but they couldn't compete with that in the first set there.
Lahis makes the first serve here of the second set, but the first kill coming from Lietsis, who gets his 8th kill of the contest, leading the way for both sides, by the way.
Right back where he left off there, Pops, right through seam in the block, I believe. And Caden Reed in 6 is supposed to be deep for stuff off the top, and he was unable to pick that up right in front of him.
And Zimmerman, the setup man, with the serve there. Greenwich, a lot of arm swing, but hey, it works with Lahis keeping the ball onside, feeding his middle. Ivanovsky with the kill.
Beautiful run there and beautiful adjustment by Ivanovsky. That's not an easy play to make. It's hard to have someone, it's hard to have confidence in someone who's just tipping the ball to you for your attack with, you know, well less than a second to react to that. So that's an impressive finish by him and an impressive tip by Lahis.
Caden Reed savoring the moment here on his serve ritual. Gets that spin to go. Oh, lot of height on that ball. Zimmerman goes to say hello to the scorer's table, but goodbye to that play.
That's right, Pops. Reed, very dangerous server. He only had .28 aces per set on the season, but when it's hard, it's tough to pass.
Absolutely, as again, takes one to know one out there to have those perspectives. And again, Carey, McMaster Marauder alumnus, and Windsor Lancers, and myself, of course, the Trent Excalibur in the OUA. But there's a great kill by Zig Lietsis, as we'll see that play run. Very nice job by Zimmerman to get Lietsis engaged on the right side that time.
Yeah, that's an impressive attack by Zig on his offside. Here he is at the line.
Ooh, what another strong serve played up by the Lancers. Lahis goes behind. Bridges roll shot. Great dig there by Jeffries. Meantime, Mitrovic gets Lahis out of the play. Greenwich forced to use his hands to set it up for Bridges. Great snipe. Scores cross court.
Yeah, Pops, we had Chase. He has a great arm swing. He drops his arm a lot, his right arm, before the swing, and he finally timed that one perfectly to get a lot of spin and also a lot of power. So good to see him on time on that attack.
Absolutely, and Quentin Greenwich with a heck of a set there, by the way, as we got to give the libero some love for that out-of-system ball. Great serve. Oh, no love lost there, unfortunately, on the Queens libero, Jeffries, who's been the serving target, it appears, so far in this set.
That's right, Pops. Ivanovsky there at the line. He's been bringing the heat in the first set, and that was an impressive role that the Gales definitely were not ready for.
And we'll see Anthony Ivanovsky once again at the line. Taking a deep breath, ready to go. Here he is with too much wind on that ball, perhaps.
That's right, they are on the side that seemed to cause a few long balls last set, so we'll see if the Lancers are able to adjust to that.
Well, Ivanovsky's been their best server despite that error. 2 service aces so far in the contest in set number 1. As now we'll see, pardon me, 1 in set number 2, 1 in set number 1. Oh, that one almost trickles off the tape, and you're not allowed to play it over. So, point Lancers on the freebie.
Good to see Koski coming in for that tip off the net. That is usually one of your responsibilities as a middle player, and it is tough because it only happens about once or twice a game, and you have to be dialed on every single serve reception just in case. So impressive to see him coming under for that one, but it did not get over, so the Lancers get the point.
And here's Bridges with a heavy snipe. The ball almost at our eye level. up in the crow's nest. So Chase Bridges unleashing one there.
That's the second ace for Chase, I believe, Pops, and definitely the first flash of brilliance, as the first one just barely caught the line, but that was pure power on that one. So we'll see if he can run that back and maintain for the rest of the game.
And you know,
close
Kerry,
to that level.
That was pure aura, let me just say, on that serve. And I think a lot of our younger viewers will enjoy that here tonight. Had somebody actually come up to me last week saying, you said aura on the stream. So yes, we try to be hip as Lougheed goes outside with a tip, and it's in, finding the shaded court.
That's an amazing tip by Sekera there, landing right on the line. Queens didn't believe that he could make that play, I don't think, and they all let it go. So, hey, if that's open, that's a good play to make, the tip down the line.
Absolutely.
Maybe more viable at the younger ages, but good to see the Brazilian getting that one down.
We definitely stress that, especially to our grade 9 aged Sky Volley team, as Chase Bridges goes a little long that time. Maybe saw too many yellow jerseys.
Yeah, Pops, if you're a Lancers fan, you hope he keeps that same fire from the service line. The Lollipops are not going to do too much for the Lancers, especially with Venning in the front row. So it's good to see him go for a lot on that serve, even if he's going to miss a few.
Absolutely, and now Venning makes his way to the back row here for his latest serving run and makes the first serve. Ooh, good job by the middle to stay engaged, and that's Alex Bederovich, once again, the sophomore out of Hamilton, staying committed on that block.
Bederovich there just doing the thing that no one expected him to do, which was put it straight down, not too fast. He didn't have a lot of room to work with between the height that the ball was crossing and the net, and landed right in between Lougheed and Koski.
And here comes Venning again. Heavy rip, that one goes a little long. So point Lancers. Aggressive serve once again, right, Kerry?
Yeah, the Lancers with a 3-point cushion now. We'll see what they can do from the line. Queens is bound to have at least 3 more steals in this game, so the Lancers, even though they feel good right now, they still need steals of their own.
And they have their captain at the line here, Sao Paulo, Brazil native, Gustavo Sekera. A strong serve there to Lib Jeffries, who continues to be a target so far. And this one is targeted in the court by Mitrovic, so side out for the Gales.
That was an impressive shot there by Mitrovic, Pops. The ball was probably crossing his attacking range outside the antenna, but he put it just between the antenna and Lougheed, and it landed inside Chase in defense, so that's an impressive shot.
And this one here, nice job by Greenish to keep that going as, ooh, tough ball blocked by, once again, the middle, Bederovich getting the hands on that one.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and Chase took something off of it. Unfortunately, he was not able to get the recycle there, as it was thrown down pretty hard by the Gales.
Yep, I was impressed by that initial contact there, Kerry, as Quentin Greenish once again doing Quentin Greenish things. But there's that tape shot. Good job by Lougheed to be alert that time. And this one sent over. Litzis. Oh, there's the middle, and trying to reward the middle on that one, but unfortunately it goes into the net. Point Lancers.
Yeah, a little bit of a timing issue there, I would say, Pops. The set might have been a little bit low. That's a very tough one to squeeze through, and as a middle, you know if that ball is crossing your body a little bit too low, you're not going to be able to make a good shot back to 1, and you feel the pressure to go to 5.
Absolutely, as Darian Koski now getting set to serve here from the line. Winnipeg, Manitoban native. Of course, hoping to make that serve. Goes a little long that time.
Okay, we need to stat the breeze here. The McMaster Gym famously has an updraft, so maybe we've activated that with our measures tonight on the air conditioning.
Possibly, right? I mean, we have the technology. We can rebuild it, right, from the Burridge Gymnasium, where the Quigley Cup final is happening right now between the Brock Badgers and McMaster Marauders, of course. I'm sure that's on OUA TV. You can stream that as well. Hopefully you're enjoying our stream so far, as it has been no shortage of action here. Lougheed, mid-rally, there's some action. Takes it to go.
Wow, Pops, he seemed to be going nowhere on that one, and maybe he just had a moment where he thought, I can rise up on this one. It was a nice tight pass there from Reed, and taking matters into his own hands. We'll see what effect that has on those front row left side blockers for Queens, and if they will be more involved when Lougheed gets back to the front row.
Definitely got to keep a guy on him, because again, MVP, very offensive setter, and this time Zimmerman tries to emulate that, is rejected by Caden Reed with a good read, no pun intended, as this one here Out of system ball, outside to the pin. Leitzis goes long and out. Point Lancers to keep Lahey serving.
Pops, that might be the first time he really went for the touch and missed it there. So the Lancers fortunate to get out of the way of that one. Also just expanding on the Lahey's dump there. That's something that could help Chase Bridges get onto a roll in the back row and really boost the Lancers offense. So we'll see what happens in a few moments here.
Absolutely, as he is a viable right side option in the front row. This one going to be going the way of the Gales as we check out the replay here. Very tenacious effort here by the Gales, right?
Yeah, for the second time this set, Pops, there's a hole in the block between the outside and the middle there for the Lancers. So Leitzis has hit that twice. We'll have to see if the Lancers are able to close that down and stop him from hitting to the floor.
Zimmerman, good serve to Sakara. Meantime, Lahey goes up the middle. It is rejected one-on-one. Oh, Greenwich, yep, good job to not volley that at the attack line. Meantime, other side, Venning goes down, and in there, point Gales on the snipe show from the right side, Reed Venning.
That was a great wrap shot there by Venning, and the Lancers are having a little discussion out there. They don't seem frustrated just yet, but there's definitely a bit of a crisis trying to slow down the Queens hitters right now. That being said, they're still in the lead.
And here's Zimmerman. Tough serve. Good job by Greenwich to stay committed to it. And a great rip up the 51 lane. Oh my. Ivanovsky.
They went back to Ivanovsky there, which was impressive. He is mostly hitting against a pretty well-formed double block, and he just got that one over the top and through at the same time. Those two Queens blockers into the floor, so impressive shot from him.
And Caden Reed back to serve, former Ursuline College alumnus. He was a Lancer before he was a Lancer. Good serve by the Pines alum, as this one is up the middle, and a little bit of a flex there by number 18, Dax Tompkins. Maybe some overconfidence carry.
No need for overconfidence when you're hitting to the floor like that, Pops. That's his second shot a row on the quick to 5. And the Lancers are going to need to slow that down. That is a tough ask for your libero right there.
Absolutely, and Tompkins, again, a fifth-year middle, as you mentioned, in a sixth year with the program, with the COVID season, of course. Canceling out as this one dug up. Jeffries trying to touch the ball as the libero, didn't get a chance that time. Free ball sent over by Venning. Lancers lib plays it up. Greenwich, Lahey outside. Sakara reset off the block from Venning's hands. Meantime, Lahey pushes it outside for Sakara. It is rejected by Tompkins, and yeah, you're right, maybe the overconfidence. It's translating well here.
Great showcase of blocking there from Queens. Lahey moving his feet well to get to those last two sets, but unfortunately the Lancers not moving their feet well on the coverage. Few dead feet in the back row especially, and you would hope that they would be able to recycle a hit that comes over that slowly.
It just looks like here there's a quick verbal warning between Jason Dodd and the captain, Dax Tompkins, who just relayed the message over to Coach DeGroot, maybe talking to the bench about maybe don't hype him up too much. Don't encourage him. But hey, it's the finals, and they're not used to being on the road in the finals, so I love the energy they're bringing. Maybe too much on that serve.
I'm not sure if the discussion has anything to do with the bench coming past the sideline of the court to celebrate. I don't think that that is necessarily a violation in and of itself, but that could be what the first referee has issue with on the Queen's side there.
That is true. Your guess is as good as mine, and again, they do want to hold that professional decorum here in the finals, no doubt about it, with the emotions running high. Ivanovsky makes a serve meantime, but this time Mitrovic takes Ivanovsky off the line with a nice 5-6 seam snipe. Gale side out.
Yeah, Pops, Mitrovic maintaining his attacking prowess. The Lancers know that he's a dangerous player, but this is more than they imagined from him so far.
That's true, right? I mean, maybe one of the guys that flew under the radar in the film session, but again, had a respectable semifinal performance with his 11 kills, and we'll see here. Oh, is a little bit of an overreach. There's the guy again, Mitrovic with a hot hand. He's on fire.
Yeah, good job there by Mitrovic just to stay on that ball as Lahey was unable to touch that one as it was going over and made it look like he would, but then pulled away, so good on Mitrovic to stay on that one.
And Lahey, of course, still in the back row for this rotation. He's got one more before he gets in the front, it looks like. As this one here sets it over to the pipe, tipped over. Zimmerman out of the play. Leitzis over to his fellow left side, tipped over. Mitrovic couldn't get the open spot there. Oh, but this time, the middle gets all of that one as on his way down. That is Brdarevic.
Yeah,
cleaning
Pops,
up
the
the mess.
Lancers did a great job to stay off the net there and make that second push, even though it did come back onto their side. However, Berderovich putting the ball to the floor in the same fashion, so very impressive from him. That's a tough play to make, that double clutch.
And a timeout called by Coach Gravel, the OUA Coach of the Year. He was named back on Tuesday. Second time in 3 seasons. You know, just again, Kerry, we talk about what Coach Gravel has done for the Windsor Lancers with the culture he's built. Of course, yourself being a part of that 2 seasons back. Can you maybe speak to, again, how much he's been building this Windsor volleyball community to the point that, again, he's become, again, a notorious Coach of the Year candidate?
That's right, Pops. I mean, the first place I would tell you to look is into the stands right now. We've got a swath of alumni from this program and a huge community support showing here for the Lancers. It's impressive what has been built out of the program. You know, there was a time when this program was not looked on as highly as it is under Coach Gravel. And just on that point, the Lancers tonight are trying to become just the 3rd team since 2005 to win the OUA championship, along with McMaster and Queens. So it has been a long time since any other team, let alone the Lancers, has reached the OUA championship.
That is a very, yeah, you know, that's something that we take for granted because year after year in the OUA, it seems like we always have McMaster, Queens, you know, Toronto is always in the mix, it feels like. But you're right, absolutely. This could be a historical night, but of course it's earned, not given. And right now the Queens Gales up by 2, earning themselves the lead here with that big serve coming off the hand of number 18, Tompkins. But a huge kill by the South American sniper to fire up the crowd, Gustavo Siqueira.
That's definitely an exciting one there, Pops. The kill to the floor in the cross court. And we'll see how involved the fans can get. You know, if the fans are really loud, that will have an effect, no matter how small, on the Gales. And if the Lancers can push here, they might get the fans back into it and lead towards a bit of a comeback here.
And here's Chase Bridges with a service ace. Nice job as the international talents continue to put on a world-class performance like last weekend.
That's right, back-to-back international points there for the Lancers, and Chase staying aggressive from the line. It's good to see, and it's good to see that he is on it.
As Coach Wes Long would say, and he's on the bench right now, good hand on ball. Has this one maybe a little bit too much out of bounds, but a buy one, get one free for the Gales.
Yep. You know, Pops, at this level, a steal and then a miss is a good thing, right? So keep being aggressive, keep taking swings, and hopefully the Lancers can string together enough of those for them to make a comeback.
And Reed Venning at the line here with the spin. Nice aggressive serve. Reed plays it up. Meantime, oh, good 30-run. Great dig by Venning meantime. And jumping in there was Jeffries for that set to Mitrovic, who continues to be the hot hand for the Gales.
Impressive dig there from Venning after the serve. And Mitrovic with a sort of mildly soft roll shot there that the Lancers were unable to pick up, as it looked like it was going to be touched by the block, but fell just inside the reach of Quinton Greenidge.
Venning again. Curtis, Ontario native with a service ace. Oh my. That might make things interesting here.
Yeah, Pops, it looked like that one was spinning a little bit right to left from Venning's perspective, and from left to right for Siqueira, crossing the midline of his passing platform, which can be difficult to track.
There is a discussion happening at the scorers table right now between Trevor Lull, the R2, and a couple of the event staff, along with the scorer, George Richard, score official. So it looks like Gustavo Siqueira is called over to Jason Dodd, the R1, to talk about something. And
I am
it looks
unable
like
to provide insight on this one, Pops.
Yeah, we can't even hear it. The bass is kicking here in the building, but
right.
Nonetheless, we'll get better at reading lips as the night goes on. We'll try. Meantime, Greenwich, Lahis after the brief delay. Venning, good commitment, but it's out. Point Lancers to side out on the extended break.
That's a good kill, Pops. The Gales are all over the Lancer middle attack right now. Maybe not in terms of actually stopping them, but in terms of putting up a wall, it is a good defense in the middle from Queens right now.
That's probably what they game planned around the most, you have to think, right, Kerry? Because again, as we mentioned a little earlier in the broadcast, that was Windsor's bread and butter in their quarterfinal and semifinal wins. Ooh, Gales on the net that time, point Lancers.
That's right, Pops. I think that one was tipped into the antenna, but as you were saying, the Lancer middles, Darian Koski hitting 400 on the year, and Anthony Ivanovsky hitting 381 on the year. Impressive numbers, and the Gales have been able to slow them down tonight.
As Sakara gets slowed down by his own hand on that missed serve, and the Gales will take one to go. Something about that side, maybe the lighting, Kerry? I don't know. A lot of long serves coming from that side of the court tonight so far.
I believe the lighting is identical on both sides here, Pops. But
we would hope.
Well, not everywhere, I can tell you that.
As, again, this is the newest venue in the OUA. Maybe, yeah, you're right. It is equal, perhaps, with a missed serve into the net. So both sides trade friendly fire. And Windsor comes back within one with a serving specialist coming in, Riley Parker once more.
Yeah, Pops, Riley Parker coming in for the Lancers to deliver a float serve and some defense. Mitrovic there, maybe the kind of error you don't want to see, as he was having success with his 80-85% serve earlier, and he went for everything there and put it into the top tape. So unfortunate for the Gales.
Riley Parker looking to provide an aggressive serve here and steady. Ooh, almost breaks some fingers there as Leitz has had trouble with it. Jeffries cleans it up. Meantime, off the block, reset. Zimmerman going to go for C-ball, and a good touch, but a little late perhaps by Reed on that block. Good run by the Gales.
Yeah, I think that was just a tough location on that attack for Reed to deal with, as he sort of tipped it down onto his own side. But after the pass through the hands there, Leitzis recovered really well with that high recycle tip into the Lancer block, which gave them a much better opportunity on the second try.
And sometimes, again, you get that second opportunity, you got to make do with it. As here we see Buderovic, good serve there. And Lahis goes for the C-ball option for Chase Bridges. Venning gets that one. And good retrieval there. Free ball sent over by Venning via Buderovic. Meantime, Lahis outside for Caden Reed. Good tool off the block. And again, sometimes you just got to hit it off the hands, right?
That's right, Pops. That might be the first time we've seen Reed take one down the line. And he got a good result on that one. So we'll see if maybe if he gets a little bit of a set that he can get on top of, if he takes it down the line again and opens up some cross for himself.
Here comes Marcus Lahis over to Jeffries. Again, that's been the serving target, it feels like, so far in this set. Meantime, Coach DeGroot doesn't want to touch that ball because the refs might be a little confused.
That's right. I don't know that would go over too well. A good hit there into the sixth position, and Sakara unable to dig that one up. That's one where you expect some hands on that one, but it just snuck through the top, and he was unable to scoop underneath that one and pull it onto our own side for the Windsor Lancers here.
And there's a great up there by Greenwich. Meantime, a rejection by Dax Tompkins, who once again continues to fire up his bench.
Beautiful block there, pops by Tompkins. That's got to fire up the Gales for sure. And that was a high contact that he got over, so impressive block.
And Coach Gravel's going to burn his second time out here, so he's out of them throughout the rest of the set. So Lancers a little bit on their heels as we approach the late stages of set number 2. 22-19, of course, but as you mentioned, 3-point spread, not too bad, not a huge hole. What do you think here the Gales are mentioning in their huddle?
I think the Gales want to talk as little as they possibly can. Hopefully they're enjoying their water right now because they are playing out of their minds. Nikola Mitrovic, first and foremost, he hit 220 on the year in the regular season this season, Pops, and he is up at 545 tonight. So impressive attacking from him. The rest of the team is not far behind, and in the case of Zimmerman and Dax Tompkins, actually ahead of that mark. So they don't have anything on their minds except aggression right now. For the Lancers, they've got to reset. They need some side outs and they need some steals, certainly. This is not the time to be soft from the line. They got to go for something here.
Definitely. I think this is the opportunity where they got to take those risks, right, and just not be afraid to go out there and do what they do best. Again, they have not lost on home court this season, although the Gales did end up splitting the season series with them up at the Arc in Kingston. So again, very equally matched as we're going to head into the late stages here. Fresh out of Windsor's second timeout. The serve is made, so no ice there. As Bridges goes on a roll shot, Little beachy there. Good job by Toby Jeffries to play it. Meantime, swing by Venning. Oh, what it up by Greenwich. Mid-air one-hander. And tipped over by Bridges, trying to find an open space in the pot. Good defense by the Gales. Meantime, heavy swing. And that is Leitzis with the kill.
That's a good example there from Zimmerman of an aggressive serve that results in a high ball situation for the Lancers and eventually leading to that kill from Leitzis there. Again, he's just hitting in that spot just above the left hand of the right side blocker for the Lancers, and that is a hard shot to stop if you can hit that spot consistently.
Absolutely, as here comes Zimmerman again. He's had a stable serve tonight. Good up, though, meantime. Tipped over. Bridges is going for it. This time, it's deemed down, and Coach DeGroot was a little bit concerned at first, but I think a little bit of acting.
I think he got fired up, and I think it did look pretty good, but I think that ball was probably on the inside of the hand of Chris Zimmerman there, maybe just off the thumb, but if any part of the ball is on the ground, of course, it is considered down.
You know, I got to say, Kerry, I love Coach DeGroot's energy and passion that he brings to that bench. I think it's something you don't really see enough of in the OUA, compared to, of course, Coach Gravel, very known to be stoic. Unfortunately there, a missed serve by Reed in the interim, but I do like seeing a player's coach sometimes looking a little animated. Fire up your guys. He is a young man still, that coach, after taking over the program, of course, from Brenda Willis, the longtime head coach at Queens. Very impactful legacy coach up there, right? But he's done a good job since coming over from his playing days at Guelph.
Yeah, Pops, that's a good thing to see sometimes, some energy out of your coach, and it definitely has the Gales fired up so far. Even after that missed serve from Leitzis, they will have 3 chances here to side out for the game against the serve of Josh Demukas.
Josh Demukas coming back to do what he does best, serve and defend. A veteran player for the Lancers, impacted by the COVID season as well. Another guy who's been around for a while, 3 years. He did redshirt in his first year, that's right. So again, he has been with this program for a long time. And again, a guy that you and I know pretty well. Gonna go for that spin here to try and stave off. Going down 2-0, makes the first one. Meantime, up the middle. Yeah, you gotta get the middle engaged, and it's 2-0 Gales. And oh my, what a statement kill by Tompkins. That's the man of the second set, huh, Kerry?
That's right, Pops. He has taken advantage of the fact that the Lancers are not getting outside of his attacking angles. When he's going towards 5, he's hitting sharp 5. And when he's running the 30 going towards 1, he's been hitting to 1. The Lancers can't, or at least they haven't so far, made the adjustment to move their middles far enough towards him to stop that shot. When it's open, the Gales are going for it.
And they are up 2-0, as here on OUA TV, we will take a break to catch our breath. When we come back, we'll have Forsyth Cup finals action, set number 3 here on OUA TV. Stay with us, please.
We're looking forward to a great evening. It's a chance to obviously celebrate all the successes from this last year. We're really here, and the work we do is on behalf of the student athletes and their coaches. So a special shout out to the student athletes and the coaches in the room today.
She helped lead her team to the Quigley Cup title. The 23-24 OUA Athlete of the Year is Brock Badger's volleyball standout, Sarah Roy. He was first team OUA All-Star, the 23-24 OUA Athlete of the Year from the Guelph Griffins, Max Davis.
Sport has changed society. Sport does reproduce the dominant values in society, but that means if we get it right, then we become part of that. And so a good message tonight is a big thank you to our OUA staff who was charged with dealing with the biggest conference in the country to make it work.
To my colleagues I've worked with in this room my whole time while at U Ottawa, thank you. It has been my pleasure to meet you, to learn from every single one of you, to get to know you, to share some good laughs together, and probably some tears too, through tough moments that we've all supported one another.
Congratulations to the 2023-24 J.P. Loosemore Award recipient, Carleton University's Jennifer Brennan.
I've been working in this industry for 36 years. It's been an incredible career. I've been so blessed and fortunate to work with so many great people, those that look out for me, those that welcomed me, and those that have supported me. Thank the OUA staff and Gord for this incredible honor.
It's a real pleasure to look back on everything that the folks in this room have accomplished here tonight over the course of the 23-24 OUA season. And it's really exciting to look forward. We've got some time off now, but we get to do it all again for the 24-25 season.
Papadopoulos and Stephen Carey on the call here. 2025 Forsyth Cup Finals inside the Total Lancer Center. As the Queens Gales, they've been here before, and they are one set away from clinching another title, this time on the road in Windsor. It'd be the first time ever, I believe, for them to have that, as we're about to get set here. Set number 3, Zimmerman cuts the cake. He's having an impressive outing so far. Bridges on the right side finds nothing but net, and that's not good in this sport.
That's right, Pops. Bridges now below -100 hitting. In contrast to his outing against York last week, where he hit 550. So
a little bit of a
it obviously
ball
feels
delay.
difficult to come back from a two-set deficit here, but if Chase is able to turn that -125 into some positive numbers, this is still in reach for the Lancers.
Absolutely, as this time around, oh, what a one-hand set there by Lahis in transition. Meantime, Zimmerman leads us, tips it in a good spot. Lancers struggle. Good job by Lahis to get a touch on it, but it was deemed out, and the Lancers bench is fired up. And this is a rare emotional moment here for Coach Gravel, and you don't see him get too angry too often.
I think what the referees were trying to say was that the ball contacted the antenna while it was touching the net. Even if it's below the height of the net, if it touches the antenna, it's considered out. I don't know for sure that that was the case. I don't have a good angle on that, but we'll see what the discussion looks like here. There is a change out there now for the Lancers, Pops. We have number 6, Noah Koski, the engineering major, is in for Caden Reed. So Koski is a great passer, a good attacker. He hit 241 on the year this year, appearing in 14 matches. And although the Lancers are now down, we will see if he's able to make his mark on this game.
Yep, Noah Koski certainly one of the more steady role players on the Lancers side this year, that's for sure. And again, certainly a heavy arm swing. And as you mentioned, his passing. As Coach Gravel looking for an answer here with his team down 2-0. They're going to want one after that play. Unfortunately, maybe not warmed up yet.
Yeah, Pops, I think that had more to do with the location of that set, as it was almost as far off the net as the attack line there. Difficult for Koski to deal with. You would hope that he could roll that one in, try to get it up above the tape to get some hands. But those are tough plays when you're jumping backwards.
Certainly so, as this one here, Zimmerman will continue his serving run. Oh, aggressive. And they're going to call Marcus Lahis on the net, and it looks like right now the Lancers got to not let these officials get in their heads here. Down by 4-0, and it looks like Coach Gravel will hit the pause button. Timeout.
Yeah, Pops, early yet, you know, the Gales were down 10-6 in that first set. 4-0 is better than 10-6, right? Even though it feels bad to see that 0 up on the scoreboard. It's time for the Lancers to refocus, calm down, take this one a point at a time, and play their game, you know? They still look antsy out there. They're still not having their feet on the floor when they should every time. They can do more, they can do better, they can control the ball better, and they can try to stop this onslaught from the Gales, which, you know, since that first set has been not just attacking, but also the blocking and the serving have both done damage to the Lancers.
Absolutely, as you can just see the Gales' body language in their huddle, they all seem so cool, calm, collected. The Lancers, as you said, they're not in a necessarily deep hole here, but they just got to find a way to stay mentally focused, to recalibrate, maybe coming out of this timeout perhaps, right? Maybe after a couple of calls that they may have wanted to go their way, find a way to respond, not about how you react, but about how you respond, perhaps in this instance, correct?
That's right, Pops. I mean, often when you feel the calls don't go your way, it's better to just focus on yourself and have the biggest effect that you can have on the game as possible, right? You're not going to change the refs. You might be able to argue a call 1 out of 1,000 times, it feels like in this league. But the Lancers really need to focus on themselves. Maybe it's time for a little fire here from the Lancers.
As they will be looking for an answer here to Zimmerman's serving run. Maybe this will be it, and it is, as that is a 61 back quick, and it'll work.
Yeah, Pops, the Lancers are doing everything they can to avoid that block from Queens in the middle. And that one, I'm not sure if that's exactly the shot he meant to do. It could have been, but just a quick roll to the sideline there from Ivanovsky, impressive.
Good job by Lahis to mix it up a little bit, and they hatch open the goose egg. Down by 3 now. Reed Venning on his offside. Good swing. Bit of a scoop play mid-transition. This time he goes for the forearm pass dig. And against the grain on the fat one, it goes long, so the line shot no good. Lancers cut the lead in half.
Yeah, Pops, those are good blocks for continues there by the Lancers on the left side against Venning, but you would hope that they can time that one better in order to either keep it on their side if they see the tip coming or throw it to the floor.
Absolutely, as Marcus Lahis, the Aurora Storm alumnus, makes that serve, and a cross-court kill from Reed Venning. Oh my.
That is a quick set out there and an elite shot from Venning right to the sideline, just past the attack line there. Yeah, not a lot you can do to stop that one, but yeah, we'll see what the Lancers are able to do from the service line going forward.
A lot of sauce from Venning this time around. Too much sauce perhaps from Leitzis as that goes long, and the Lancers will get an opportunity to go back to the service line now with Noah Koski back to serve for the first time this evening. And they got 2 balls on the floor. They only need 1.
Oh, there we go. I think that is the 6th service error from Leitzis, so hopefully he could rein that in for the Gales, but the Lancers have kind of clawed back. I guess it's just one side out, but looking a lot better at a 2-point deficit.
Ooh, nice one-hand set run, and again, Dax Tompkins is just enjoying the atmosphere on the road here with that grip.
That's right, Pops. You're allowed to enjoy yourself there. He tooled that one off the double block, chiseled it off the inside of Sekera, and he's back at the line looking for the and one.
Here he is as he's going to go back with the spin. And Greenwich, good job. Perfect 3-quality pass there to the center. Meantime, ooh, that goes off the hands of Zimmerman, so not how he wanted to use his hands that time, Kerry.
Yeah, we saw there, Pop, something slightly concerning out of the Lancers. Sekera jumping not at all into the court on that one, even though he made the right read. If he had gone with the cross-court shot there, that would have been through the floor from Venning as he took away the cross. So hopefully he can be a little bit more aggressive in his approach angle going forward.
As Ivanovsky here, going to go for a good one. Played up by Leitzis. Oh my, what a snipe by, once again, maybe a sleeper up the middle in Bederovich.
Yeah, that is an elite shot, Pops. The Lancers might need to think about changing their approach to their split step in the middle in order to accommodate that high, hard attack out of the middle from the Gales.
He's definitely proven that he can run that 30 lane well, and again, just in between the block that time. And Venning going to go for a rip. Sekera, Lahis, good right side set here for Bridges. Good job to tool the block and out of bounds. Point, Windsor.
Sorry, Pops.
You're good, man.
That's definitely the sign the Lancers are looking for from Chase. A difficult shot to make, high success if you can get it on the outside hand. Very unlikely that anything good will come from a shot that is on your outside hand as a blocker. So great shot from Chase, good sign.
And here he goes for a spin. Good job there to get on it. And into the court. Meantime, Venning finds that one off the hands of Gustavo Sekera, and they are able to side out quickly.
That's definitely one, Pops, where you'd hope that all your back row players are hitting the floor for that first ball. You don't always know, even your most well-trusted teammates, what they're going to do, and you need to get that first ball up. So Koski with a tough play there, as it looked like Greenidge would take it, but he ended up not touching it.
Pushed outside a little bit off the net that time, but good job by Gustavo to keep that aggressive. Meantime, Noah Koski up for Lahis to Darian Koski, and Lahis creates a Koski sandwich.
That's right, we had Koski on the first and third contacts there with Noah and then Darian. Beautiful shot back to the sideline by Darian Koski. The Lancers can run more middle as well. You know, the Lancers are also very effective so far in the middle with Koski hitting .571 so far this contest. Impressive numbers.
Absolutely. A second-team OUA All-Star, as mentioned, named earlier in the week. Certainly a guy that they are going to be looking for, no doubt, as this wanes on. As that's going to go out this time. Oh, maybe not. Touch. And that is going to excite the Lancers bench once more. I don't know, Kerry. I didn't really see one. It's a fast game, but Coach Jimmy Alturk, he's not happy about it. And usually he's pretty docile.
Yeah, I didn't see the touch there. That doesn't mean it didn't happen, Pops. Lahis does not look too frustrated, but maybe he is just focused on himself now, trying to move forward in this set and get the win in the third set here.
Absolutely. It's becoming more of a mental game, it feels like now, for the Lancers rather than physical, as that's sort of rare. We haven't really seen that here on home floor this season, of course. And this time around, it is deemed a touch. Even Coach DeGroot said touch.
Yeah, good shot there by Chase. I think that one probably would have landed in without the touch, so good on both ends from him. It'll be good to see if the Lancers can be aggressive here, as that last serve by Sekera was kind of in the breadbasket of Litsis on the receive.
Darian Koski with the float to 5. Litsis. Oop, out of system ball forced. And no good. Don't want to use a beach approach in indoor, right?
That's right, Pops. That'll definitely do it on the serve. That's a float. Might not look that good on film right now, but that thing is moving side to side and going from outside the body to right in the midline of Litsis there, causing a tough pass, tough set, and a roll shot.
Lancers within 1. Good strong serve there. Up high hands, reset. And, ooh, shoulder. Oh, that's a tough ball for Bridges to try. Good try, though, nonetheless. From the ground, that's hard, right?
That's a tough play, Pops, and the instinct for a volleyball player is always to volley it when it is right in front of your forehead, but maybe the punch could have served him better there. That is a difficult play, as he is on the floor looking up to find the ball right in front of his face.
Absolutely, as Chase there did his best, couldn't get enough of it. Meantime, Zimmerman going to settle it down for his middle. Oh, what a rejection! Noah Koski!
Yeah, Pops, you see there the middle run for Queens to Dax Tompkins, finding him a little flat-footed, as I'm not sure if he played that first ball, but he was definitely not too far off the net for his approach, and that's definitely not the middle run the Queens Gales want to see.
Lahi serving here. Again, targeting Jeffries, perhaps. After going to 5, that one's going to go in there, I believe. I do think that could have landed in. I know we're a little bit split, and I think the lines could be a little split here. Oh, not the best angle to take the second look at it, but hey, maybe we'll get another look in a second.
I saw a considerable level of anger from Coach Gravel on that one. It felt to me like the ball might have been a few inches out. It's a tough call to make, especially when the ball is floating, but that's one that you would hope they can get right in a game like this.
Well, it's getting a little bit hostile now here in the crowd, as, again, they want to make sure that they keep order in this gym, but again, lots of tensions high. And maybe the ball doesn't lie, maybe.
Yeah, Pops, that's the same miss we've seen from Litsis all night, so I don't know if that had any bearing on that one, but again, he's back to not being very aggressive, which is strange because he is ripping from the left side and the pipe so far tonight.
Yep, as he's certainly been aggressive, no doubt about it, as Noah Koski as well being aggressive since coming on here at the third set. That's a nice serve, no exception. Meantime, Venning off the hands and out. So Gales get it right back.
Great shot by Venning off the hands. That was one where the Lancers reached down and hoped they could come away with a full block there. But Venning keeping it off the hands, off the top, and out the far sideline, which is a powerful shot.
And Tompkins back to serve. Maybe one of the fan favorites here this evening, as he's going to go back for a rip. Gustavo Sekera, nice high pass, high ball set for him meantime, and it rolls in. Keep it simple sometimes, right, Carey?
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that too often, but the Gales kind of had a three-way campfire there in the back row, as well as the middle completely pulling. Maybe a little bit more of a weight by, I believe, Berderovich there could have resulted in a tip-up, which would have made it a real free ball for the Gales and not just that roll shot that ended up landing in short 6.
Ivanovsky, good serve there. Zimmerman outside. Oh, what a smack there on that ball by Mitrovic. Good job by the Lancers to stick with it. Sekera has to find it, settles it down. Free ball sent over. And this one going to go back behind for Reed Venning. Oh, good job by DK. Darian Koski staying committed on the block there. Meantime, Mitrovic goes long and out, and the Lancers need this momentum to continue, as they have now stalemated the game at 12-all.
Yeah, Pops, I'm not sure if that was a full pull there of the hands by the Lancer block, but they definitely got out of the way of that one, and so did Noah Koski in 6, as the ball came directly at his chest, and he made a great move to dodge that one.
Just got to get out of the way sometimes, and he does a good job of it there. And
yeah, he may have practiced with wrenches in the past.
Oh, in there! Tuck that in, Ben! Nice job by Anthony Ivanovsky to find the back of the shaded court. Look at it again. Poetry in motion.
That's a deceptive one there by the man they call Dino, Pops. He took a lot off of that one and made them wonder if it was sailing long. A deep roll shot could do a lot for you if it's right in the corner.
Absolutely, as that was absolutely lethal right in front of Sean Pennail. Oh, and this time he takes a little bit off it, maybe to try and keep them honest, but nonetheless.
Yeah, Pops, he almost had the touch on that one. I think it was a little bit of a tight toss for him. He stepped within 2 inches of the line there, which is not his usual takeoff point, so I think he was trying to manage that one, but he missed it short on the roll.
And now Venning back, gonna go up for a rip. Long and out of bounds, so point Lancers to get it right back.
Yeah, the 2 big left sides for Queens with first-time missed serves here on these last 2 trips, so unfortunate for them, but trying to drop it on the end line can be a good tactic. Make people wonder what's happening, and maybe they'll be forced to take the next one the next time they see that with a little bit more topspin on it.
Absolutely, Chase Bridges here, off the tape that time, as it tickles it. Jeffries, wow, on the out-of-system ball, triple block meets him. Mitrovic, and whoa, single block that time, so from 3-1, Darian Koski slams the door.
That's a textbook commit block there from Koski. He gets way over the net. You can see his one hand go back as it didn't contact the ball, and the other one, his hand go back as it contacted the ball, and the other one stay well pressed over the net there on that quick, or 30, but quick set nonetheless.
And the high flying Hawaiian taking his mark here. Looking a lot more dialed in lately. Oh, I jinxed him. Why did I do that?
He is dialed in, Pops. He did get the steal. You do have to remember that. It would be nice if he wouldn't throw away those second serves so often. But I bet the stats would show that he's having one of the most effective serves for the Lancers so far, aside from Ivanovsky, of course, with a couple aces.
And Mitrovic will go back. He gets that one off of the wing of Sekera. Another high ball set. And tipped into the pocket, this time read nicely by Leitzis. He has to get back quick. Met by a triple block of the Lancers. Zimmerman going to go back to Leitzis. Oh, and that time breaks the block, and Koski wishes he could have had that one back. Darian Koski.
That's right, Pops. I'm not sure how he managed that one, but that was a beautiful recycle there. The slight delay and tip, I think it was a bit of a fast tip back cross court, which resulted in the recycle. And on that good recycle, there's no way that middle is going to make it out there unless he sells out to the left side.
Well, 15-all here, Kerry. Queens up 2-0. Lancers in a fight for 10. As that one is good, Jeffries got the pancake, and the Lancers get a solid block set to muscle their way back.
It was an impressive run from behind the attack line to the 30 for the Lancers. Even more impressive probably on the pancake from, I believe, Jeffries.
Jeffries, the libero, yep.
The Lancers are able to shut that one down on the triple block as there was no right side available, I believe, on that run.
Great job by the blue and gold finding the shield on that one, as this time around Jeffries from Sekera's serve, tipped and reset. Good job by Darian Koski. And there's a freebie for the Lancers, and that fires up the TLC crowd.
That's right, Pops. That's an unfortunate error there for Venning, just trying to go a little too hard to the sideline, but the Lancers did do something interesting there with that good tight pass that went all the way to 2 for the Gales. They put Koski, Noah Koski that is, on the middle attack, and Darian went to block the left side, which resulted in that point in the end.
Nice strong serve by Gustavo Sekera. Oh, what an unselfish play by the MVP! A nasty play. Look at it again. You can't turn away.
Well, Pops, you know, that's my roommate there, Mr. Lahis, and he's been dreaming of that play, you know? These are the things that you think of as a young kid playing volleyball. 2 balls to your middle like that. That's a beautiful play.
Oh my. Well, I think that is worthy of a timeout, and Coach DeGroot agrees, as he wants to slow things down. And, you know, Kerry, points like that, again, we made mention, you don't win or lose by 1 in volleyball, but again, we did see early on the Lancers getting a little bit rattled perhaps by some of the calls not going their way. Able to respond here. I mean, building off something like that heading into a timeout, what do they have to do coming out of that?
Yeah, that's got to settle you. You know, the 3 points are better. A point is a point, but the Lancers needed something to get them a little bit loose. You'd hope you can do that all on your own sometimes from within, but that isn't always easy, right? And that'll definitely facilitate that for them. When your setter is comfortable like that, you know he's going to make a good play if you can't make a perfect pass for him. That gives a lot of confidence to your passers and a lot of confidence to your hitters, knowing you have a guy like that on your side.
Absolutely, as the Lancers look very encouraged here coming out of this timeout huddle here that was called by Coach DeGroot. So each coach has burned one timeout. They have one remaining in the back pocket. The blue and gold have got their swagger back, and the crowd has got their voice back, it feels like. So again, the atmosphere in a sellout crowd here at the Total Lancer Center is back alive, and Marcus Lahis and Darian Koski hoping that, again, their last play heading into that timeout can energize their squad, a rejuvenated Lancers. And here's Sakara. Jeffries runs in, takes it. Zimmerman outside for Litsis, and he's going for that same spot. Oh, tough ball for Chase Bridges, but nonetheless very close.
Yeah, Pops, that's another one where you'd hope that your players can make a good split step and make it over there, even with Chase down on the court. A couple of players could have had an opportunity, but that is a super difficult play to recover after that first touch into no man's land back there.
Lancers holding a 2-point cushion. Gales here looking to respond again. Great hand pass by Greenwich. Meantime, Koski and Lahis again going up on that parallel, and I think that had to go over.
That's right, Pops. They lost that one. I'm not sure what Darian Koski was assuming would happen there after that set by his brother, but it was a great play by Lahis. Hopefully you would think that Noah Koski would be able to make a play on the first ball, but they need to put that one behind them and move forward with this side out. Stay relaxed.
Absolutely, as now we'll see Brderovic again with that serve. Noah Koski, Lahis, back to Noah Koski. Good snipe down the line, a good snap. We heard it up here.
Yeah, that was the biggest touch on the ball we've heard of the night, Pops, and I'm not sure that one was going in. I think he got lucky with that hit off of Denning's shoulder. I think that would have been out the end line, actually, but beautiful, fiery shot, and sometimes it's too fast to get out of the way.
Absolutely. It's a fast game down there, as we both know, and it's only getting faster as the talent continues to get better in U Sports year after year. As this one here going to go outside, rather inside, as a free ball sent over right to the open spot, and sometimes it's about placement, not power, right, Kerry?
That's right, Pops. That is a great set. Backwards forearm contact by Mitrovic out of 6 to the left side. He gave his hitter an opportunity and leads us with a volley over. You'd hope that the Marauders. I'm showing.
You're showing your true colors. That's okay.
You'd hope that the Lancers would hit the floor in all spots there. The back row guy can go for a pancake while the front row guy covers just in case he's not there, but neither of them went, and that resulted in a point.
As the Towel made its first appearance there, a bit of an extended delay, and the Gales are able to make it 19-all. Coach Gravel thinking about maybe using that timeout or letting it ride. Seems like he'll choose the latter, not the former.
Yeah, Pops, back to a tie game. Zimmerman at the line, you don't want to give him a break too early because he has made a lot of long runs from the service line this season.
Oh my, that's just an unfortunate break there, as again, the block was able to get set up. Lahis, no other options but left side, huh?
Yeah, that's right. They covered that one well. Koski pulled it a little bit low into the block on the outside there. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Gravel does here. Obviously the timeout has been called, but he does have the option to reinsert Caden Reed into the game on the left side here against the float serve of Zimmerman. Reed, a good float serve passer. We may see that change, we may not. Either way, the Lancers need to get a hold of this one as they are 5 points away from dropping the third set.
Yeah, and again, it's been back and forth. What a tug of war. Lancers certainly not down and out, only down by 1. It feels like a little more, but again, gotta hope that they're gonna really emphasize the 7th man energy in the crowd here coming back, right? Again, we may mention, Kerry, the Gales, right? This is a program that notoriously contends year after year. They are used to being in these situations, but again, the Lancers, yes, competitive in recent seasons. Are we starting to see a little bit of experience perhaps on the playing side, do you think, kicking in here in these moments where the Gales appear to be a little bit more composed at the moment?
Yeah, I think you could also point to the lack of aggressiveness from the Lancers, but Queens has dealt with almost everything they've thrown at them tonight. For the Lancers here, you've got to think maybe you'll go to Ivanovsky in the middle. He is hitting 364 tonight, just below his in-season clip of 381. hopefully they can get a good pass off of this float serve and run the offense.
Coach Gravel's out of timeouts. Coach DeGroot has one more for Queens. He's going to go for a turn and burn instead. And you know what? I think that's the one thing they probably did not prepare for coming out of that timeout.
I think they probably talked about it, but there's not a lot you can do on that pass. That is one way to run the offense for sure, Pops. A tight pass up for your setter. And only one guy can defend on that, right? Or you're giving up a point somewhere else.
Well, fight for 5 now as that's a whiff out, and oh my, you're a middle. Can you tell me how that happens?
He's trying to catch up to a quick set, right? It's coming from a low point, so if your target is high and you are far down, it is not going to stop when it gets to the point that the guy wants to hit it from, so that can happen once in a while. Never good to hit up, but that's the reality of playing the middle and trying to get those quick speeds.
Lahey's making the serve meantime, fresh off that middle faux pas, but again, the Gales composed, able to side out with Leitzis on the right side. He'll head back to serve next.
Yeah, Pops, that looked like a low set, but Leitzis dealt with it super well. Again, finding a hole in the block and getting it to the floor in the 6 area.
And here comes the Louisville, Colorado native. With that serve, played up. Lahey's going to go for a pipe. Wow, that's first in a while. Karam, good job making that to mix up the offense. Meantime, that doesn't mix up anything with Reed Venning continuing to do hit damage on the right side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the height of the block and the height of the attack differential from up here, Pops, but they have hit plenty of balls to the floor in the area that the block should be able to cover so far tonight.
Here's Leitzis again. Lahey's outside, one-on-one. Even though the middle got there a little late. Good job by Marcus Lahey's to run that fast tempo, huh?
That was an impressive run by the Lancers, Pops, and Bridges doing a beautiful job of getting that one inside the antenna there on the fast set. That's exactly what they want to see out of him, and we'll see if he can provide any more during his trip in the front row here for 2 more rotations at 22 all.
Noah Koski. Big serve in! Wow, maybe the biggest serve to date for Noah Koski. And oh my, that could be an exclamation mark.
No doubt about that one, Pops. That is a external arm swing there from Koski, which is not his usual. And he got it to skip over just to the sideline. Tough one to deal with for Mitrovic. It's starting at your midline and getting outside of you.
Takes a lot off it there on the second one. This time around the Gales. Oh, yeah, yep, a little bit of a touch there. Yep, play goes on. Following the line drive ace. This time they do a cross-court cutty, and that scores.
Yeah, Pops, honestly, I think the Lancers may have touched the antenna there before that ball even dropped, so I think the point should have been done before, but yeah, a little bit of jawing at the net right now as there may have been some contact while the play was being restructured.
And it was one of those not so pretty plays, perhaps we can agree, as now Wyatt Hall returns to the action. First-year player, serve and defense specialist for Coach DeGroot, makes it there. Second appearance at the line tonight. But will be short-lived by Anthony Ivanovsky, and Coach Carey's advice is taken by Lahey's to get the middle, get Ivanovsky going, right?
I think I suggested that was a good option, not necessarily that that was where they needed to go, but with Hall not really making it to the tee there in defense after his serve, that shot worked out perfectly for the Lancers, and now they are on a set point with a timeout from Coach DeGroot.
All right, there's not going to be any more timeouts after this unless it's a towel or, you know, heaven forbid anything else unforeseen happens. But again, here we go. It's as you said, right? These are the moments that every volleyball player looks forward to. I'm going to ask for a quick synopsis here. What do you think the Gales are talking about being down by 1, maybe with a chance to prolong this match if the Lancers close out? And then I'll ask for your Lancer perspective.
Well, for the Gales, you don't want to drop that third set. That gives you like a 50% drop in your energy if you drop that third set after thinking you might have had the championship. They want to pull this one out. They have the fight to do it. They will need to deal with the Lancers' counterattack to the serve here, but if the Lancers can be aggressive, they won't get that chance. For the Lancers, you just want to stay confident. You have the set point. If you can keep siding out, you're going to get more and more set points on your side. So they want to stay aggressive, and they want to keep doing what they've been doing since they were down early in this set, Pops.
Absolutely, and now Riley Parker will head back to the line. Gales return to the floor first, and we'll see if the hometown hero can be a hero from the line as he's about to get checked into the contest once more.
Yeah, Pops, his nickname on the team is the Crank Show, so we'll see if he is able to crank one right here.
He's going to sub out his former Sky Volley teammate. Both of them local club products. Of course, we coach in the Sky Volley system now, along with many other Windsor Lancers, current and alumnus. And here we go. It's all loud in the environment. Maybe it'll quiet down for a minute. And Riley Parker back to serve. Set on his hand. Good serve there, played up, Leitzis. Zimmerman back behind Reed Venning. You had to think that's the guy they were going to.
That is a great shot to the inside hand of Sekera on the outside of his inside hand. So nothing good can come from that for the Lancers unless it really hits your thumb funny and stays on your side in the air. But great shot by Reed Venning.
All right, buckle up. If you're a Queens Gales fan, you're pleased with that, with Reed Venning back to serve. You're a Lancer fan, you're on the edge of your seat, maybe a little closer now.
It does get loud in here when the Gales are serving at the end of the set, Pops, and that is a lot to deal with, you know. Your ears can only take so much before your balance starts to waver a little bit.
Absolutely, it is electric in this building. Everybody on their feet now, even the Lancers bench said stand up to engage in the slow clap cheer for Chase Bridges, the high-flying Hawaiian. Set point number 2. Huge serve, takes Jeffries off his feet. Meantime, Mitrovic takes the crowd off their feet.
He went for everything there, Pops. He probably put it in the zone that Darian Koski might have taken up, but Koski did not think he was going to go for that aggressive of a shot, and he tried to take away something on the higher shot, but Mitrovic hitting it with a lot of power into the cross court there. He's back at the line.
My, oh my, Mitrovic once again back to serve, long and out. Lancers with another gift.
Chase has got to watch out there, Chase Bridges, for the Lancers, because he is in the way of that official trying to make that call. That's never a good thing when you've just been gifted a point.
Yep, and the party army getting loud here. Gonna help encourage the captain, Gustavo Sekera. Great serve to Jeffries. Oh my, right time, right place for Benarovich. Meantime, Lahi's gonna find Noah Koski. Good snipe. It's over and in. As we play on, Lahis pushes it on a jumbo attempt. It's an unfortunate net violation. Wow.
Yeah, the Lancers got the free ball they wanted there. The first one was pretty good, but the second one was lovely and unfortunately just across the net. So they'll have to regroup. They're still ahead on the exchange here with the tie score on receive, but it would have been nice to end it right there if you're a Lancer fan.
Toby Jeffries. That's the reason why we're still playing. And this guy here, Benarovich, in the right place, right time for the Gales. Good work by them on the last shift. Meantime, that's a good tool by Darian Koski on that recent attempt. Point Lancers. Dare I say it's that point again.
Yeah, I don't know, Pops. He got just enough of it to get that one to go out of bounds on his own side there. Definitely a nervous moment, but a great shot on that 60 run from the Lancers, Lahis and Koski.
Darian Koski to serve. We'll see here what he can do on that float. Good one there. Okay, Zimmerman going to go back to Leitzis. Good dig by Chase Bridges. Lancers have an opportunity to run the offense they want. With that one scoring, and we will play on. Chase Bridges, the high-flying Hawaiian, fires up the crowd. Oh my, Kerry, we're off to a fourth.
If there was anything to get Chase going, that's it right there. The beautiful dig into the cross-court attack for game. And the Lancers will try to continue this with another set win and possibly onto a fifth set. The Gales will be trying to stop them.
20 OUA athletes.
Folks, we're not done yet. If you're a volleyball fanatic like us, you can't wait till we come back from the break here on OUA TV. Andrew Papadopoulos, Stephen Carey on the call. This is the 2025 Forsyth Cup Finals here on OUA TV.
This is your shot at an exclusive opportunity. The BioSteel Student Athlete Ambassador Program is now open to just 20 OUA athletes who are ready to represent clean, healthy hydration. As part of the team, you'll receive a $500 stipend, monthly product support, 20% commission on referrals, a BioSteel welcome kit, and access to $5,000 in grand prizes. Time is running out. Apply now at biosteel.ca/OUA and help us shape the future of university sports in Canada.
The wait is over. The new season is upon us, and with it comes new hope, new excitement, and new energy. All the hard work that you put into the offseason, The hundreds of miles you ran, the thousands of pounds of weights that you pushed were not a sacrifice, but a choice. So when that whistle blows to start the game, and with this city rallying behind you with their blue collar and gold swagger, everyone will know what it means to travel to the end of the road. So I've got one thing to ask all of you. Are you ready to win?
Oh yeah, we're so back.
And I'm right back, ASAP, right up on my gut, and that's a light tap. Walk inside the booth, I just talk, I don't write raps. Walk into the store, bought the flow, cause I'm like that. Tell her, give me that, give me those, price tag. Yeah, I hung around way uptown where it ain't nice at. Why you flexing like you me, ain't even like that. Mistake my newest pinky ring for an ice pack. Shorty keep on then requesting me about some Snapchat. Why you flexing like you me, ain't even like that. Catch me on the block, not the web, this ain't Minecraft. Before we drop peso on you, you ain't like rap. Just want a feature from me, this ain't nothing like that.
Hey student athletes, this is your shot at an exclusive opportunity. The BioSteel Student Athlete Ambassador Program is now open to just 20.
Welcome back, volleyball fans, inside the TLC here in Windsor, Ontario. The Windsor Lancers have come alive with a 28-26 resilient third set victory to prolong the match here in the 2025 Forsyth Cup Finals. First time ever here in Windsor. This event is taking place. The Queen's Gales still with a 2-1 advantage in the match, one away from closing out. Again, both teams have punched a ticket to nationals, so that is not on the line. But again, just a little bit of course, pride in wanting to get the gold medal, the banner, and maybe a higher seat at nationals later this month in Brandon, Manitoba. The Lancers crowd has been electric tonight. We've seen a lot of electric plays from Zig Lietzis on the Gale side, and I'll bring back Stephen Carey here, who's been alongside me all night, providing expert analysis. Lietzis, 19 kills, Reed Venning 11. But on the Lancer side, we're finally seeing their offense coming alive with that diverse spread. Darian Koski, how about him, and Anthony Ivanovsky?
Yeah, I said that they weren't having their best game earlier, but it just felt like
sorry, we had a little technical difficulty there. First one tonight, no problem, as that one is a misfire, and I'll give Carey back his mic here.
Yeah, the Lancers take the first point there with the miscue in the middle from Queens, but I said earlier that the Lancers middles weren't having their best game attacking. They were having a pretty good game, it just didn't seem to be having the effect on the game that they wanted. Now it feels like it probably is. Darian Koski hitting .545 so far, Anthony Ivanovsky with a .417 clip. And they're also doing a lot better work in that third set, blocking. The big story for the Lancers that set was Chase Bridges. Before this set, he was hitting -125, and he's up in the positives now. I believe he had 5 kills, 1 errors in that last set, as Queens takes the second point of this fourth set.
Yes, Chase Bridges certainly coming alive, but again, we talk about how Windsor, all season long, Carey, one thing I've always said is Marcus Lahis does such a great job of diversifying his offense. You got Koski with 7 kills tonight up the middle, Ivanovsky 6, Bridges 6, and Gustavo 5. So again, just a nice spread as the Gales, again, holding a 2-1 lead now with Reed Venning on the kill, courtesy of Zimmerman.
Yeah, Pops, free ball put over by the Lancers there, and nothing really coming of it because Venning was so far off the net to receive that and transition to attack. So tough when you have a blind free ball coming over the top of your head, but you'd hope they could do something with that one.
Good cleanup there by Ivanovsky from Marcus Lahis' retrieval. Meantime, Lietzis with the kill.
We see there, Pops, the right hand of Ivanovsky is not getting around into a good position by the time Lietzis is attacking that ball. The Lancers are not going to be able to dig that ball if it gets through, but you would hope that he can do something to either soft block it up a little bit, or maybe get there a little bit quicker with the split step and get on top of that one.
Looks like Noah Koski's been the serving target here early on, and it looks like they will not get a touch on that one. but he's doing a good job of hand passing despite that previous one before.
Yeah, the Lancers have given up another early lead here at 4-1, so I'd imagine we'll see a timeout if this is not a side out from the Lancers, but
and you know what, Kerry? They were down in the third set and were able to battle back. Not about how you start, how you finish, as we already said. Oh my gosh, a one-hand joust off the net for both of them, and there is that timeout, so a good call on that one.
Yeah, not often you see 3 one-balls, so to speak, in a row at this level, above grade 6. But good plays there by Venning each time to actually, I'm not sure now that the first one was a 1-ball. No, it was a 2-ball. Okay.
Right.
2-ball followed by 2 1-balls.
Yes.
But great plays by him. He moved the libero for the Lancers, Greenidge, deep with that first one, and there was no one home short for the second one.
And to call an early timeout here, what do you think Coach Gravel is emphasizing? Looks like he's really I know he likes to get down on the eye level of a lot of his players. That's one thing I've heard from a lot of the Lancers alumni and current players over the years. But like in this situation, you're down early. What do you think's being said here?
Yeah, you don't want your players to hold their heads too high at a time like this, or any time during the timeout when they're supposed to be resting. But Coach Gravel is just trying to get the guys back into the zone they were in at the end of that last set. They fought very hard for that set. Chase Bridges really came alive for them. This is a float serve. They know how to deal with this, and they can get through whatever comes at them if they want it.
It is a float serve indeed, and Zimmerman's provided some pretty steady serving here as of late. We'll see if he can do it coming out of the timeout. No coach's timeout has iced a server yet, I don't believe, yet in this contest.
I don't think so, Pops. And just to be clear, I'm not disparaging float servers. I love the float serve myself. And it does some damage there, so
absolutely.
Point proven. Yeah, the Lancers need to take control soon.
Yes, nor was I accusing you of knocking a good old float serve. And now we have Will Brewer going to check in for his first appearance tonight. This is a player that we're pretty excited to see for the future as a first year out of Burlington, Ontario. Had a good outing up at Brock earlier in the season.
That's right, Pops. He has shown flashes of brilliance. He has a beautiful arm swing, and they are kind of hiding him here in the passing as you see Greenidge at the midline of the court there, but also covering the far sideline.
Oh,
and
boy.
Loughees here gets called over on that pass.
Yep.
I was looking directly to the court, but it might have been over. It looked like he pushed it forward before he threw it down, so maybe that was not the case, but nonetheless, it is 7-1 here for the Gales.
Bit of a head-scratching play there, as this one tickles the tape. Greenidge forced to set it this time around. Going to give it to the newcomer Brewer. He tips that over. Meantime, back for Venning. Bridges, great dig. And we see a violation of some sort.
Yeah, I believe they had Brewer on the net there. That
okay.
Might be a result of spending more than 3 sets on the bench since the warm-up blocks. I could be wrong. I didn't see it myself, but I believe that that would be the case in that situation.
I believe it would have been 2, but yes, we didn't see any hand signal there. We saw a head scratch by the official. Maybe you heard what I just said. Oh, that's out. And it's all Queens early on here with an 8-point lead.
Yeah, Bridges sends that one out the back, Pops. That's a shot looking for the high hands, but he didn't get it there. I think the second official might have made that call as we get another second official call, a timeout once again from the Lancers.
Timeout, Kerry. 9-1. Do you think Coach Gravel wants to burn 2 early timeouts here? Obviously not, but again, do you think this could be, it's hard to obviously dig out of an 8-point deficit, but I guess you would rather it be early on, right, than mid-set, perhaps. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, 9-1 is better than, 24-16, but it's never fun to be down 8 points. It's go time for the Lancers. They, if you think of it from a starting point, they would have to win this set 25-15. That's not impossible for them to accomplish, or at least to extend the set. Maybe a little bit not that lopsided of a score to extend the set, but to win. And yeah, they need to be aggressive now. They can't wait. They can't play it soft. Brewer on that first contact, he was in a bit of a box there with that set. So I understand him trying to get the kill with a tip there, but he's in there for some energy, so he's got to bring it, and everyone needs to bring it right away from the line.
and on the attack.
It's definitely go time here as they're going to hope to take Zimmerman off the line, who's been back there for a while. Again, very steady serving, no exception there. As the C ball goes and breaks the block, Chase Bridges with the kill.
Chase sneaks that one through there, Pops. I don't know if he was looking for the recycle, but if you have a solid coverage system, you can feel confident doing a shot like that and hoping that something good will happen as opposed to a ball that trickles down the inside of the tape on your side.
Absolutely, as the Lancers once again have provided stable coverage all night long, and this one here is good. Nicely dug up by Greenwich. Oh, a pipe ball. Hey, what a kill for Gustavo to fire up his bench once more.
Yeah, Pops, you see that a lot on the pipe. The pipe can really discombobulate the blocker. They think they're going one way, they think they have to help somewhere else, and then they have to help on the third spot. So once again, they snuck it through the seam between the net and the blocker's hand for Venning there.
Lahis with another serve in the meantime. Oh, that's out. Yep, down the line. That line drive is no good, and the Lancers will take another freebie. So they are climbing back here, Carey, with a few attack errors.
It'll get loud on that one, Pops. They want to get, the fans that is, want to get in the head of the Queens Gales players right now and spearhead this comeback for the Lancers.
Marcus Lahis, the MVP, looking to, again, help propel this. Good high hand serve there. Meantime, settled down by Zimmerman. And Reed Venning putting in the work on the offside. Point Gales.
Yeah, Pops, that is a great high shot over the block into those last 2 feet of the court in the basketball free throw area there. The Lancers are getting their 6th defender to the cross court, but there have been a lot of balls going to straight 6 from the Queens outside so far.
And this one here is just sent over safely by Bridges off that tight ball pass initially. Meantime, Bridges runs in, tries to clean it up. Lahis going to go backdoor to Brewer. There's that energy maybe that you were referring to, Carey. There's a high energy play.
That's not his full power swing right there. You know, he's got to settle in still, but it's great to see that from him. I believe Venning peeled there, so he had a little bit extra space to sneak that into the cross court, but that's a great shot from Will Brewer.
He'll head back to serve here, the first year. Makes that serve. Jeffries plays it up. Zimmerman backdoor to Reed Venning. Good job by Greenwich, doing what libs are supposed to do, running in to get that ball off the block. Meantime, that's a block by a middle blocker, Dax Tompkins.
Dax Tompkins closing the door there on the Lancers. He got out to the pin. He got there early, and he got up high for that one. That is an impressive play from him.
He'll head back to serve, and once again, he's had a lot of energy tonight, really keeping the crowd into it, we'll say, too. But again, as a 5th-year veteran, certainly wanting to inspire his team. Tiverton, Ontario native, as that runs good. Oh, that's got to be a double contact.
That looked like about 5 in 2 seconds there, to be honest with you, Pops. I think Licis touched it with both hands, and it bounced off Radarovich maybe twice.
Yep, that certainly was, you know, cat-like reflex play that you hope that you have.
That's right. Queens would hope to shut down that hole between the block and the net, as that is the 3rd one, but the Lancers putting one into the net right there themselves with the serve of Ivanovsky. He needs to keep being aggressive, though, as he has 3 aces on the night.
Yes, Dino known to be a high-risk, high-reward server with the spin, but really, he's been hitting them lately, so again, maybe trying to go a little short that time. Does go into the net, but Reed Venning will look to respond, being greeted by a few Windsor fans. Maybe they got in his ear to tell him what they want to tell him, as that goes long.
Yeah, it's loud down there, Pops. They've got drums. They've got other noisemakers. I see some bells.
A lot of wooden spoons and BioSteel plastic bottles. They're using anything to make noise.
Yeah. It's hard to find that ball in the lights, in the roof, with the crowd going wild.
Absolutely. This is one heck of a volleyball atmosphere, and it's actually impacting both sides, as we see there some friendly fire. Chase Bridges on the miss.
Yeah, Pops, maybe that was a result of the discordant clap there from the bench and the cheerleaders for the Lancers.
Yes, they are known to do that, as we have talked about before, and Queens seems to stay silent on their serve, and, well, that's a service ace as they break the serving curse.
I honestly think that one might have caught the line, but definitely a close call. Yeah, that was in, I'm pretty sure.
That was in.
Good call by the official there, and the Lancers need to, you know, be honest with themselves. Start doing this themselves and stop looking to the officials for help on that one.
into the net that time, so the Lancers will inch back, and again, the serving woes continue, but again, aggressive misses here.
Yeah, they still have a 6-point cushion. If they do enough of those serves and make enough of them, this one will be out of reach for the Lancers.
Definitely don't want to let these Gales get to 15 or even 16 here at 8, as they want to be able to battle back. Oh my, that almost tickled the tape.
Yeah, that's a tough one for the Lancers, as Sekera tried to go short there, but wasn't able to push it over.
Yep, and we will see the middle. Alex Bederovich head back to serve again, with the Gales up by 7. Again, 2-1 lead for them in the contest here in the Forsyth Cup Finals on OUA TV. Andrew Papadopoulos and Stephen Carey on the call. And Darian Koski on the ball there.
Impressive run there by the Lancers. That was a low pass, and Lahis put it up there in short order for Koski, and he was able to get it over the top and into that short 6 zone that seems to be a hot spot tonight, Pops.
Absolutely, as they are definitely trying to attack it. And Darian Koski will look to serve here, looking to go maybe towards Jeffries. Oh, he does not take my advice. Good job. Go to Litsis. Meantime, this one, Lahis going to go backdoor for Bridges and scores! High-flying Hawaiian!
I'm not sure where that one hit the block, Pops, but definitely a pretty big touch that confused the defenders for the Gales there. Great attack by Chase.
As Darian Koski continues to serve, of course, the son of Scott Koski, the former national team setter. Of course, 2 of his sons playing on the Lancers this evening here in the Forsyth Cup Finals, with Noah as well, currently on the bench. Meantime, Brewer has to settle it down on a bit of a tough ball. DeGroot not happy on the bench for the Gales. Play goes on. Play to the whistle, right, boys, as Brewer will go down the line. Venning, Zimmerman outside, and swung into the hands and tooled as the Gales get a point that they thought they deserved a little earlier.
That's right, Pops. Impressive play by Ivanovsky to dig that tip himself there after blocking, but he's unable to bring that one back into the court off the attack from Litsis.
So Chris Zimmerman, the guy who wreaked havoc at the line earlier, Carey, we'll see. He's back at the line again. As the Lancers were down 9-1 at Zimmerman's hand. Meantime, Lahis. Bridges, this time around, they're not going to have Zimmerman there too long.
That's right, Pops. Chase is finding that high hand shot that the Gales were finding all the time earlier. Both times against Dax Tompkins, but a great high shot, and if they can keep doing that, good things will happen.
Marcus Lahis, good serve there. Oh, middle, great job by Goose to stay with it. Sekera, that is, on the dig. Brewer breaks the block, and it's great.
Yeah, questionable contact there on the coverage of his own block into the tape by Tompkins, but the Lancers come up with a point. That's a good swing by Will Brewer. Hopefully he can make a little bit more of a careful shot. Maybe the high hands, maybe a little bit more outside the block. That one was nervy.
Pays off that time. Meantime, Lahis did. Good job by Brewer to just pokey punch it. A little bit of a hybrid. And up the middle again they go. Oh, good job by Lahis, the MVP, with a late pancake. It's still good. And we go right side, and they will score on the offside ball for Litsis.
Yeah, despite all the impressive plays there on defense from the Lancers, they never really had any control in that point, and it was all up to Queens to take, I think, their maybe 4th opportunity to put that one away.
Absolutely. Sometimes we get excited here as volleyball fans up here in the booth, but again, yes, got to keep it real, and that's why we like Stephen Carey up here in the booth. He does that. Appreciate it. As it's tipped aggressively down the line, and there's a couple touches here that these,
Pops, we had a touch here from the line official.
On both sides, actually, on the same line,
but,
yeah. The lift, or pardon me, the carry, in the rule book it's called a carry. No such thing as a lift.
Yes, so I think that was the call, even though I have not seen it called that way in many years now.
Oh, that one's a tape tickler, and the Gales lead continues to grow, up by 7 now. 6 away from hoisting the Forsyth Cup final, trophy.
Yeah, Pops, it's time for the Lancers now. That's one of those tape tricklers that you hope your middle can get some kind of a touch on, but nothing doing there for the Lancers off that touch on the tape.
Zig Litsis. Wow. That's a miscommunication. Very rare mistake for Quentin Greenwich and Gustavo Sequeira, but good serve maybe nonetheless.
Yeah, Ziglitis has gone away from the float serve, the spin serve, sorry, that caused him so many errors earlier, but that is a very impressive float serve. That is resplendent of the serve of Josh Demukas that does so much damage in this league.
Here he goes again, and maybe there's another error. So he's got 4 service aces, and I believe that's his 8th service error.
Yes. Yeah, you have some breathing room at 20-12, but it would have been nice to see him go with the serve that just worked. That's one thing for you young athletes. If it works, maybe give it another shot before you start switching it up.
Here comes Will Brewer, another young blood on the floor here for the Lancers. Oh! My goodness, what a statement kill by the Gales.
Yeah, that one felt like a block, but definitely stayed on the Lancers side before hitting the ground. So another point for the Gales, 21-13. This is probably the inflection point for the Lancers here, Pops.
Well, we'll see. It's go time here. They're out of timeouts, right? And this guy, Dax Tompkins, doing a great job of staying very even-keeled. Makes that serve go over. And nice shot by Sequeira. Finally a cross-court kill to make him pay.
Impressive hold on that set there by Lahis. He is right on the tape with that, and he's able to go sort of outside the line of his body to a perfect location for Sequeira on the left side.
Riley Parker's back in to serve and defend for Anthony Ivanovsky. And once again, he's the go-to guy. They're going to need a good serving run and playing it out as well. Down by 7. Gales 4 away from taking it in 4. Oh, there's a strong serve. Good job by Riley Parker to throw him off.
That's the crank shot right there, Pops. You know, he brings it. It's a serve that can hang up most of the time, and sometimes it drops unexpectedly, and that's what happened there, causing the pass to short 4 that the Gales were unable to deal with between Berderovich and Zimmerman.
And here comes Parker again on the float. Ooh, unfortunate miss for him, and that could be a bit of a momentum drainer here, Kerry. But again, they're going to hope that they can bring Ivanovsky back in, which means Koski's in the front row. And Reed Venning, they got to get him off the line quick.
Yeah, this is a good rotation for the Lancers to try to get Venning off if they're able to pass this one up. They need some holds here, and they will probably be targeting Will Brewer.
Reed Venning, good strong serve. Greenwich plays it up. Lahis, ooh, bit of an awkward angle for Koski to try and go for, but this time it's all Queens with Berderovich. Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, impressive play by Berderovich to reload on that one. He jumped for the first one and jumped again and was able to make an accurate cutback to the open floor in 1.
Colin Hutchison will check in for the Windsor Lancers, the lone graduating senior player, in what potentially could be his last game here inside the TLC. So he comes in for Chase Bridges. Bridges going to rest for as long as it takes, it appears, as that is a strong serve by Venning, and that could trigger match point here, Kerry, and in fact it does.
That is definitely match point, Pops, and that is a tough one. That is starting just outside the body of Sequeira and coming back into his chest. It's so hard to make that move right away to get out of the way because you only have a split second before the ball is crossing the net and it's right in your face.
Reed Venning, spin to win. Queens Gales, 1 away. As Lahis goes back door, and it's not over yet. Darian Koski on the 61 kill.
Great run again there by the Lancers, Pops, but they have a tall task here with Hutchison at the line. He's a left-handed spin server, so it is definitely a new look, but it is a lot to ask someone for
Ingersoll. Sorry, Kerry. Ingersoll, Ontario native.
That's right.
Colin Hutchison. Spin. Very close to the line there. Yeah, that's an unfortunate line vie to end it. Oh, what a tough break there for Colin Hutchison. You got to feel for him, but the Queens Gales get the golden point off of a rare error.
That's right, Pops. Amazing game by the Gales tonight. They came out firing. They had a great season, and they capped it off with this win, you know. They were taken to 5 in the first 2 games of this playoff run, but they ended the Lancers in 4 sets here tonight. Unfortunate play for the Lancers on that last play, but there was a lot more that went into this one.
And you know, again, we talk about, you brought up the very apt and astute point that it's just so tough for programs to reach that level of excellence, and the Queens Gales have proven year after year that they can get to the finals. able to do so tonight here on the road, overcoming a 6-hour-plus road trip, coming down to the TLC. Hostile environment, able to keep their nerves cool, calm, and collected, and the gym wasn't called the Burridge Gymnasium. How did they do it,
That's
Kerry?
definitely new for them. Yeah, they ran everything they wanted to. They took what the Lancers gave them and turned it into a blistering offense tonight. The Lancers, on the other hand, weren't able to run everything they wanted to. They had a good showing in the middle, but every time they were out of system, it wasn't all there for the Lancers tonight. Queens looked more poised, and it is difficult to break through. Hopefully for the Lancers, they can feel like they're ready for the moment next time, and for the Gales, it's another amazing season for a great program, and we'll look to see them back in games like this in the future.
And they have a lot of young talent in addition to all their experienced players, so for sure they're going to be competitive, and the Lancers, same thing. You know, next year, as we both know, this building will host the 2026 U Sports Nationals Men's Volleyball Championship, so Windsor poised to return with a full lineup of returning players and exciting new prospects who ever come in to the pipeline. And you got to think they're going to bounce back strong, but of course, you and I both know their season is not done yet, so they cannot be hanging their heads too low. With a silver medal around their neck, first time since you got one 2 years ago.
That's right, Pops. Both of these teams need to take the lessons that they can from this game and push forward. You know, we have not had an OUA U Sports champion, and both of these teams do have an opportunity to do this. The Lancers are by no means out of the hunt for a U Sports championship, and of course the Gales are the favorite from Ontario for that championship this year.
As the number 7 ranked nationally, Queens Gales get the job done on the road over the number 4 ranked Windsor Lancers. So as you say, they will get the top seed for the OUA in nationals. I just want to ask you before we go and enjoy the moment here, you've been to nationals, right? How hard is it for an Ontario team to compete against the teams from out west, from Can West especially?
It can be a different game. When I was on McMaster previously, we had, you know, some good chances to take one of those. But the top teams from the West are resilient and they are physical. And you need to have the service game and passing game of your season if you want to compete, and you need to be aggressive. Being soft will give you nothing.
As we will turn it to the floor now, coming up, as there will be a player of the game ceremony in addition to the Forsyth Cup being awarded. We'll stay on air a little while longer, but for now, Stephen Carey and I will check out, and we thank you on OUA TV.
The traditional hardware. First, please welcome University of Windsor Director of Athletics Stephanie White to present the 2024-25 silver medals to the University of Windsor Lancers. Number 1, Nicholas Adams. Number 2, Quinton Greenidge. Number 3, Marcus Law Heese. Number 4, Marcellus Robinson. Number 5, Noah Mastronardi. Number 6, Noah Koski. Number 7, Anthony Ivanovsky. Number 8, Darian Koski. Number 9, Caden Reed. Number 10, Riley Parker. Number 11, Wes Long. Number 13, Joshua Tamukas. Number 14, Noah Nsolo. Number 15, Will Brewer. Number 17, Hunter Giacomucci. Number 18, Chase Bridges. Number 19, Colin Hutchison. Number 20, Gustavo Sequeira. Head coach James Gravel. Assistant coaches Will Alexander, Nolan Langley, Paul Schirm, Jimmy L. Turk, David Ta, and Sam McKeague. Trainers Dr. David Peash, Cody Cooper, and Breck DiPiero. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Windsor Lancers. And now to present the 2024-25 OUA gold medals, please welcome Gord Grace to present them to the Queen's Gales. Number 1, Wyatt Hall. Number 3, Toby Jeffries. Number 5, Chris Tottrims. Number 7, Zig Litzis. Number 8, Nikola Mitrovic. Number 9, Ben Carr. Number 10, Lachlan McBride. Number 11, Chris Zimmerman. Number 12, Vaughn Dyko. Number 14, Carter Sedgwick. Number 17, Reed Venning. Number 18, Dax Tompkins. Number 19, Alex Berderovich. Number 20, Isaac Zabjek. The head coach, Gabriel DeGroot. Assistant coaches, Josh Godet, Chris Galbraith. Trainer, Skylar Williamson. And student assistant, Yasmin Asadi. The Queen's Golden Gales. Finally, it is time to present the trophy and banner. To do the honors, please welcome back Gord Grace from the OUA. If the captains for the Gales would come forward and accept the OUA Forsyth Championship Trophy. Fans, this concludes the 2024-25 OUA Forsyth Cup Championship. For post-game recaps, visit OUA.ca. And as both of tonight's teams continue their seasons at the U Sports Championship, we want to wish them both luck on the national stage in Brandon, Manitoba in a couple of weeks. On behalf of Ontario University Athletics, thank you for your attendance tonight's game. Thank you for another terrific season of OUA men's volleyball. Please have a safe drive.
All right, folks, and that is all from Windsor this evening with the 2025 Forsyth Cup being awarded to the Queen's Gales moments ago. The tricolor come into blue and gold territory tonight and paint their red stripe to earn and claim the gold medal and banner. Stephen Carey and Andrew Papadopoulos back just for final thoughts here on OUA TV. Hopefully you've enjoyed the commentary this evening. I'll give Stephen Carey a chance to wrap it up here, and I do want to thank you, Stephen, for taking the time to come up with me this evening. A lot of alumni in the house. You were one of them. Greatly appreciate your insights, my friend, this evening.
Yeah, thank you, Pops. I don't know what was more impressive, that metaphor with the red stripe or the Queens Gales performance tonight, because it was outstanding tonight. They really put their mark on this match and this season, and the Lancers will have to regroup following that performance. It's been an honor to be up here with you. Thank you.
You are most certainly welcome back anytime next season. Again, we're going to have a lot of volleyball in this building to come. This is the last action here this 2024-2025 season. Both these squads will now take a flight over to Manitoba to compete in Brandon. Again, season not over yet for the Lancers, nor the Gales. Getting started, really, and you got to think at Nationals, it'll be an interesting crossover, perhaps, if they can meet up again. But again, from here, I hope we'll meet up again. Stephen, I want to thank you again so much for jumping up here in the crow's nest with me this evening. And on behalf, I want to thank all of our wonderful producers as well. Justin Kelly Box, the man that has certainly made us sound good all season long. I want to also thank other commentators that have also filled in, Tristan McGuire, Joel Cordomage, to make the action happen in this building. Well, I've been coaching with Kerry with Sky Volley, and we have many good volleyball memories to still be made. As you see, the Gales are embracing one here at the net for their championship photo. And I'll thank our wonderful crew inside the Total Lancer Center, and thank you at home for a wonderful season of tuning in to OUA TV. They're having a little trouble wrapping this up on the net. We're maybe having a little bit of trouble wrapping it up too, but we're going to do it now. We'll let the Queens Gales celebrate their 2025 Forsyth Cup championship. Congratulations to the Queens Gales. And thank you once again, viewers on OUA TV all season long. It's been my pleasure to call it. Andrew Papadopoulos signing off this evening from Windsor on behalf of Stephen Carey. Thank you so much. So long from Windsor. We will see you